Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting season here. I'm thrilled to be a part of it, and exciting for tonight's action for the super stocks and the late models here tonight. Not only a great night here at Delaware Speedway, but also just a great weekend for racing. The Indianapolis 500 is taking place on Sunday, the Coke 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Sunday as well, and then the Monaco Grand Prix for Formula One fans. So seeing a few fans wearing lots of different auto racing shirts here down inside the pits and during the autograph session that just ended up. So a great weekend here of racing, and can't wait for the action starting up here tonight very shortly. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Jeremy. That's right. It is coming up Sunday, the biggest day in auto racing, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and then NASCAR wraps it up with the Coca-Cola 600. Kyle Larson, who is a NASCAR great racer, becoming just the 7th racer to do the double. We'll do the Indy 500 Sunday afternoon, and then we'll hop on a plane and go to Charlotte for the 600. That's going to be a fun day.
It'll be a fun day, but I'm sure it's going to be a sore day for Kyle. By the end of that, he should be exhausted.
Absolutely. Super Stocks up first. Let's look at the standings thus far. After 1 week of racing, Trevor Culver won the feature a couple weeks ago in their season debut. Carson Nagy, Ryan Dyson rounding out the top three. Zardo and McCullough pretty tight, but obviously we're going to see tight standings after just one race. Yeah,
everything will be tight this far in the season. We're only 2 races in. Trevor Culver's got the fastest car in practice, so we'll see if he can make it 2 in a row.
Let's go to the late models, the standings now, as we have the late models in for heat races in a 35-lap feature tonight. Gary Adrianson kind of lucked into the feature race win in their season debut. Jesse Kennedy, Beauchamp Jr. rounding out the podium right now. Chapman and Morneau rounding out the top 5. There was Morneau and I believe Kyle Steckley got into it late in that feature race, and Gary Adrianson there, Kate, was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's part of racing, being in the right place at the right time. The late models are super close this year, and I'm excited to see some great racing out of that class.
Absolutely. We're set for some great racing. We have the Super Stocks, the late models, and King of the Hill on a Friday night. It's Delaware Speedway Racing here on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
I did it. I need it.
A hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet, who joins us for the first time as our title sponsor here for the broadcast, which we appreciate and thank everyone at Ray Cullen Chevrolet for sure. Chris Orrs, Kate Frail, top of the tower here. Jeremy McGrady downstairs getting set for a great night of racing. The sun's shining. It is hot right now, which means a very slick track. But when that sun goes down, Kate, the track gets a little more handy-friendly for the drivers.
Oh, it'll definitely get racy here tonight. Definitely excited. You see the 03 there of Ray Morneau. They're getting things ready to go here as well. Super Stocks will be the first one on the track for tonight's event. Right now we've got the emergency crew out there doing their pace lap. You see the 10 of Jesse Kennedy on your screen and the 7 of Pete Vanderwish Jr.
Yeah, when you come to Delaware Speedway, you'll be entertained to the parade lap off the top. That's just recognizing, focusing in on the pace car, the emergency services, the paramedic staff here that's here every night, the tow truck staff as well. No racer wants to be on the business end of the tow truck, that's for sure. As you see the parade lap circulating, we're going to go heat races with the super stocks and late models, 10 laps each tonight, and then a short intermission. Each the super stock and late models will do a 35-lap feature, and then we'll do the King of the Hill, and that's the first King of the Hill of the night. Why don't you kind of bring our viewers up to speed on what the King of the Hill actually is, Kate?
So King of the Hill, everybody's bringing their own cars out, and they're going to do some racing here. They are going to come off the pit road where you see the cars lined up there. They're going to go for a lap around the track, see who's the fastest. Winning car will go on to the next round. So you win, you keep going until you get to that final round. I have heard around the racetrack tonight that there is some money up for minivans. That is always a big thing here at Delaware. They like to get some minivan racers out. So we'll be interested to see how many minivans they get tonight, Chris.
Yeah, last time we checked, a couple of brown bills on the line for the winner of a minivan division. If we do get minivans, it's just your normal vehicle that you drive, that you drove here to the track. You bring it in, small donation, and goes to charity. And as Kate mentioned, you win and you stay in the game. If you lose, you're gone, out of it. But yeah, you're doing one lap around the half mile. And for those of you who are not familiar with Delaware Speedway, it's, if you look at it from above, it's an egg-shaped half-mile track. Turns 1 and 2 are shorter distance between them than turns 3 and 4. It's a farther distance for 3 and 4. And then you have to set up your vehicle to try and figure out what you want to do. Do you want to set it up to carry speed through turns 3 and 4 where it's farther between them, or do you want to work on the handling of the automobile to exit turn 2, which is a shorter turn radius from turns 1 and 2 up the Delaware Hill and down the back? It's not a exact oval or rectangle. It's definitely egg-shaped. Yeah,
and you'll really watch how drivers will either struggle or excel. There's not a whole lot in between. They may have one corner perfect and the other one may suffer. But as we look down at the pits at all of these cars tonight, some have some flashy new paint jobs for this season, and they'd like to keep them that way, as this is only the second night of racing for the late models and the super stocks. And there are some flashy paint jobs down there.
Yeah, what a beautiful night here. DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information and schedule information. We'll be back at it next week as well. It's stock night, bone stocks, V8 stocks, super stocks on May the 31st. But this is going to be a good night. When the super stocks and late models are on the card and you throw in a King of the Hill, that's what brings, tends to bring the fans out too.
Yeah, you've got the fastest of the fastest out here tonight. They are taking a little bit of time to get going here tonight, as they did have that autograph night for the fans. So the fans were down on the racetrack. They've all come back up. Now everybody's got to get in their cars and get ready to go.
Yeah, it was a really busy autograph session down trackside along the front straightaway. A lot of fans took advantage of that. When we come back from break, we'll go heat racing with the super stocks. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
It's been a long time coming.
You don't win it to keep it, you win it to be a part of its history.
Always knew.
Always hard to see the difference between winning and losing.
The quest for the hardest trophy to win in sports.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway racing on a beautiful Friday night, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Good evening, Chris Thorers, the Cape Friel, top of the tower. Jeremy McGrady down trackside, getting set for our first of what should be 4 heat races, 2 per division. We'll start with the Super Stocks, and it'll be the 71 of Connor Van Steensel out of Strathroy. Will bring this Heat 1 field to green. Outside row 1 will be the 13C of Justin Collison out of Cambridge. Cody Wilds of Centrea inside row number 2. Outside row 2, Ethan Orr of St. Thomas. Then it's Lonnie Thompson in row 3 out of Dorchester. Alongside Jay Cox, also out of Dorchester. Pete Vanderwish Jr. in row number 4. I didn't get a number on the inside of row number 4. Is that 83?
It should be the 83 of Brody Rickwood.
Brody Rickwood inside. And then starting shotgun on the field is the 8 machine, I believe. That says 8. That's a cool little paint scheme. The only issue is I can't really read the number. Looks like the 8. Is Randy Krukendahl in that cockpit tonight? Okay, we're going to have to find that out.
Yes, that's what I see here on the live timing. I think we need to get him some of Jesse Kennedy's bright orange for his number. It'd be easier to read up here.
Absolutely. Getting set for some racing from Delaware Speedway. Van Steensel will bring him on to turn 4. Green flag, we're racing Super Stocks. Heat race number 1. And they'll go side by side to turns 1 and 2. Coming out the other side, it's Collison. He'll grab the lead from Van Steensel. Ethan Orr in the 57 will follow him through on the outside. Van Steensel, not a good start on the 71, and they're freight trading him on the outside with 1 lap in.
Yeah, it looks like that outside line is the line to be on right now. It looks like the 83 of Brody Rickwood, last year's Rookie of the Year, kind of got stuck on that low line. He's looking to find a way, and it looks like the 71 slid up there, and now they've got the inside lane.
Yeah, Van Steensel got slid up to the high side. Lonnie Thompson took advantage of that white number 4. Up to the 4 spot. Collison will take him through turns 1 and 2. Up to Delaware Hill, down and back one more time. The 57's right there. That's Ethan Orr filling up the rear view mirror of the Collison number 13. Wilds up to 3rd. Lonnie Thompson in 4th. Nose to tail. Front 4 out of turn 4.
Yeah, these front 4 are sticking together, but don't count out the ones behind them. They're all coming through, and they're running tight coming out of turn 2.
Everybody knows to tail now. Rickwood up to 5th now. Van Steensel just got a shot from the nose of Vanderwish Jr. down the back. Contact in turn 4. It was Wilds to the inside of Orr, and Orr protects the spot and keeps it.
Yeah, Orr opened that door, and the 14 of Wilds tried to squeeze in there, but Ethan Orr slammed that door.
Collison will lead the Super Stock Freight Trade for heat race number 1. Down and back again into turn number 3. This time by halfway gone on this 10-lap heat race. Cross flags in the air from Scott Mackey in a flag stand.
And as you can see, the leaders are coming up on lap traffic, so that may play a part here, but it looks like the 8's going to get out of the way and let the leaders go by.
Wilds looks to the inside one more time of Orr. He's there to the door. Orr protecting. Wilds is still there, side by side for the 2nd spot. Cody Wilds on the inside, Ethan Orr on the outside, and Orr is now trapped. Here comes the 4 of Lonnie Thompson, trying to gain a spot, and Rickwood's right behind them in the gray 88. Apologies, 83 for Rickwood. They'll go to the outside. The front 5 put a blanket on him out of turn 4.
Yeah, the 4 of Lonnie Thompson's really looking to that inside of the 14, or sorry, of the 57 of Ethan Orr.
It's Collison in the 13. Wilds now up to 2nd on the inside. He wants to get to the door here too. 2 laps to go this time by. It's Collison by half a car length at the line. Wilds will dive into turn number 1. Collison goes up the banking a little bit. Wilds with a nose out in front. Down the back they go. Cody Wilds at the point now. Collison trying to shut the door on the 57 of Ethan Orr. Orr will give him a little shot. And out of turn 4, white flag on the speedway.
Yeah, the 14 of Wilds was able to get him in that corner, and he heads into turn 1. He's definitely got a nice gap after Orr got Collison a little bit loose there.
They might have some issues here late with the 8 car at the back end of the lap here. Maybe not. Cody Wilds out of turn 4 comfortably. He'll win heat race number 1. followed by Collison, Orr, Thompson, Rickwood, Van Steensel, Vanderwist Jr. And also the 00 coming home. That's Jay Cox out of Dorchester.
Great pass by Cody Wilds to take that one there, Chris. Collison will definitely want to go to work here and see where he can get a little bit more speed so that Wilds won't be able to get him in the feature race.
Cody Wilds, heat race number 1 winner in the Super Stock division. We'll be right back. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Welcome to Treat Yourself.
Today, I helped a senior find transportation to an important medical appointment.
Today, I helped a new mom find virtual programming so she didn't feel so isolated.
Today, I helped someone understand new government supports.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares, Kate Friel, top of the tower. Jeremy McGrady downstairs, our pit reporter this evening. Getting set for heat race number 2 for the Super Stock division. Now this will be the faster, on average, automobiles from the last feature that this division ran. All the big boys in action. It's going to be the 36 Lane Zardo out of Brantford, Ontario will be the pole car. The 07 outside row 1, Jack Van Herk from Mitchell. Then it's the 39 David McCullough out of Glencoe, Ontario. My apologies, Lane Zardo's actually outside row number 2. The black 36 Hudson Nagy from Mount Hope will be the pole car. The 28's Ryan Dyson inside row number 3. Alongside the 93 of Carson Nagy. Then it's Andrew Ferreira returning to Superstock Racing after being took the year off in 2023. Alongside last feature race winner for this division, Trevor Culver. Shotgun on the field, the 77 of Darrow Lake out of Mount Bridges, Ontario. 10 laps the scheduled distance here for the Superstock division. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace vehicle. It'll dip down onto the apron in turn 3. And they'll have their sights set on the restart zone and the flag stand with Scott Mackey. Look at that yellow stripe on the wall and then the red stripes right there. That's the restart zone. And we're racing green flag Superstock heat race number 2. And this should be a tightly contested field. It's the 36 in black. Hudson Nagy to the point. McCullough looking to the inside of the 07 of Van Herk. The field all nicely bunched up, but it's Hudson Nagy up front.
And it looks like Zardo heads to the inside of McCullough and is able to take that spot as he goes down the backstretch.
Yeah, McCullough chopped on the outside. Right behind the McCullough is that orange 93 of Carson Nagy. New paint job in 2024. It's Hudson Nagy out front in that 36 machine as 2 laps are complete in the Superstock heat race number 2. Zardo now to the inside of Van Herk in the 07 as Hudson Nagy is trying to get away from the rest of this field. 5-car length, 6-car length lead for the Nagy machine in the 36. And side by side there you see Zardo in the 36, followed by McCullough and Carson Nagy. Now Van Herk is slow off of turn 2, will lose 3 spots.
Yeah,
Culver gets by him too. Go ahead, Kate.
The 07 really washed up in turn 2 there and got real loose and let about 4 cars go by.
Field will dive into turn 1. There you see the 93 Carson Nagy all over the rear deck lid of David McCullough. in that 39. Down the back they go. Right in there. Now he dips down low. Tries to get a nose to the left rear wheel well. McCullough a little loose through turn 3 and 4, but regains the spot at the line. Nagy's still on him though. Trying to get to the inside in turn 1. Zardo's caught the leader. We got a pair battle up the front. Hudson Nagy, Zardo will dive to the inside in turn number 3.
Yeah, coming out of turn number 3, it looks like Zardo's got the inside, and behind them, it looks like Culver's trying to push Nagy and get that inside line going.
Culver almost made it 3 wide out of turn number 4. There's Zardo in the 36, Hudson Nagy in the black 36, and it's Zardo, new leader. Meanwhile, hotly contested battle for third, about 8 car lengths behind the lead pair. 3 to go. There you see the 93 Carson Nagy. Then it's the 1 of Culver, the 39 of David McCullough, nose to tail for third spot. It's Van Erck, then Dyson, Andrew Ferreira, and Darrell Lake at the back of this field. 2 laps to go. Lane Zardo, your leader. Super Stock Heat race number 2.
Yeah, Zardo's leading this race, but he's got both Nagy's behind him and Culver. I don't think Hudson's going to have enough time to catch him, and I don't think Carson or Trevor Culver will either. So I think Zardo's going to end up with this one, but I'm interested to see where spots 3 and 4 are going to lie.
White flag on the speedway. Quarter mile to go for the 36 of Lane Zardo, followed by Hudson Nagy, then Carson Nagy. Culver will dive to the inside of Carson Nagy to no avail. Out of turn 4, Zardo's going to win it, followed by Hudson Nagy, Carson Nagy, Trevor Culver, David McCullough. Then it's Van Erck, Dyson, Ferreira, and Lake. That's your running order, Super Stock Heat race number 2.
Yeah, it was really a great race for Lane Zardo, able to get ahead of Hudson Nagy. Good on Trevor Culver for kind of backing out of things when he realized that Carson Nagy wasn't going to give him the line.
Are you surprised with Andrew Ferreira and Darrell Lake bringing up the rear in that heat race?
I am a little bit surprised. I mean, Darrell didn't run week 1 as his wife is ready to have their baby. So he had J.R. Fitzpatrick in the car. So who knows if J.R. maybe moved a few things that Darrell's trying to get used to, or if they're trying to work back on that setup.
Let's check in downstairs. Jeremy McGrady.
Thanks. I'm now here with the Heat 1 winner from the Super Stocks here, and Justin Collison. Justin, how are you able to get that win there in that Heat number 1?
The car was pretty good there. We're struggling right now, car being tight. Hopefully it gets better here for the feature, and we should be in good shape. Definitely a big improvement from last week. Last week we took the rat out of the car and everything, so far so good right now, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Now, heading into the feature race, what's going to be a key for you knowing that you won that last heat and being able to try to start near the front of the field?
Biggest thing is, I don't know how the invert works. This is my first year running here, so I don't know where we're starting, but just keep the car clean. It's a long season. We're only week 2 in here right now, so just got to keep the thing clean and finish with it, salvage whatever we can get out of it.
Yeah, and is there anyone you want to thank for your car? Obviously, a lot of your crew, they're doing a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad, my uncle, my father-in-law, Brian. He's here helping me today. All our sponsors, London Recreational Racing, Tri-County Sandblasting, Quick Wick Fire Starter, LGP Skills Training, Morris Hot Rods, Air Crane Service, WG Construction Solutions. We wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for those guys. I got a great crew behind me, and hopefully we can get some wins this year for these guys.
Yeah, and obviously you are new here to Delaware Speedway. What made you decide to come here and race here at Delaware?
My father ran here for 13 years, actually probably more than that. I started my career at Flamborough, and the last race last year here, we finished 5th, so it was time to try something new, and this field's stacked here, so we're just trying and learning what we can do down here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to send it back upstairs.
Yeah, that's a great question right at the end. Good job on it, Jeremy, because we heard Collison say, this is my first year here. That's a great question, and it's great to see drivers coming to Delaware Speedway who are not familiar with the racetrack but know the competition is good.
Yeah, the competition's great here, but not only that, it's fast. It's a very fast track, and there's more passing lanes than a track like Flamborough, so that's definitely got to be more enticing to some drivers too.
Absolutely. White flag on the speedway getting set. We've switched over to the late model division now. They'll do a couple of heat races, 10 laps, the scheduled distance. It's going to be the 38 of Jake Hooker. Will be the pole car. 6 cars scheduled in this first heat race, including the 18, who you know very well, Kate.
Yeah, I kind of know him. I think that's my brother.
Barry Watson outside row number 1 as they bring him out of turn number 4. It's Patrick Field, the 18, by the way. Barry Watson, not a good start. Green flag, we're racing with the late models, and Hooker with a great jump. And the 22 of Marshall Schrenk, I believe, with a new paint job, is up to second, and we got a caution flag. They didn't like that start.
Yeah.
Scotty didn't like that start in the flag stand.
Yeah, they actually threw the yellow down the backstretch there. I didn't think they were going to like that start. So let's get them re-racked and back ready to go, Green.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the 45 of Barry Watson. Maybe missed the gear. Let's look at the start here. Take us through the replay here, Kate.
Yeah, so it looks like they're rolling off side by side, and I think Barry just missed a shift or wasn't expecting Jake Hooker there to take off when he did. That may have been the other thing, but it looks like he either missed a shift or said, well, I guess if you're going, I might as well see if we can get a restart here.
Yeah, you'll see the field come around here. We'll show you the restart zone here if we pan out a little bit. Yes, there we go. See the yellow paint mark on the inside wall? That's the start. Now you see the cone and the 2 red stripes. That's the end of the restart. So the control car has the ability to choose if they're going to start on the inside or the outside. Once they get into that restart zone, viewers, it's the control car that can mash the gas anytime in that zone. If the control car gets to the red cone and does not start the race, the car beside them can start it.
And you'll hear Chris talk about the control car. When he's talking about the control car, in this situation, it is the 38H of Jake Hooker. So he will be the one that does set the pace and set when it's time to go, as long as the start looks clean. The starter will be okay with that.
Into the zone, and Hooker will mash the gas, and we're in green flag racing. Heat race number 1. It's a good start from Scotty up in the flag stand, and we're off and running with the late models. Better start for Barry Watson on the outside, but here comes Schrenk on the inside. Patrick Friel quickly up to the 4th spot. It's Hooker out in front. Watson trying to protect that second spot, but he drifts really high in turn 4.
Yeah, he drifts really high, and he's able to let the 22 of Schrenk as well as the 18 get by. And the 18 will go to work here on the 22, and they'll try to catch Jake Hooker.
Yeah, Brady Smith also in the heat race in the 53. He's up to 4th, along with Paul Major in the 14 out of Vernon. He remains in the 6th spot. Everybody pretty spread out now. The leader continues to be Jake Hooker as he works turns 1 and 2. Schrenk in 2nd, Friel up to 3rd, and the 53 of Brady Smith right there in 4th. Pretty much even spacing between the front trio, and then even more spacing between 4th through 6th.
Yeah, and it looks like right now the 22 of Schrenk is the fastest one on the track, so he should be able to make up a little bit of time here on the 38 of Hooker. He's only about a 10th off of the speed. But
out of turn 4 another time. 6 to go this time by. Schrenk is tracking the leader down here. He's right there. Little loose was Hooker in turn 2. Schrenk with an opportunity. Down the back, gets a nose in. And quickly under the brakes early. Hooker will shut the door. Patrick Field in the 18 there looking for a mistake. Schrenk to the inside again. He wants the lead, and he wants it right now. Into turn number 1, pushes Hooker high. They both kind of drift a little bit. Up the hill in turn 2 and down the back side by side for the lead. In turn 3, Schrenk on the inside, Hooker on the outside, and Friel right there now in the 18.
Yeah, coming down the front stretch, it looks like Hooker is a little bit quicker there, holding on the outside, which is a great job by the 38 of Hooker.
Throw a blanket on the front 3 because they're all together. They want to settle it amongst the 3 of them. Out of turn 4, 3 to go. It's Hooker on the outside, Schrenk on the inside, Patrick Friel in the 18 right there as well. In the distance, Brady Smith trying to get to contention. It's Schrenk to the inside again. They'll drag race down the back. 2.5 laps to go. Late model heat race number 1 on a Friday night from Delaware. Schrenk to the inside, Hooker on the outside. They almost collide. And Patrick Friel looking for a spot. Kate's really nervous up here, folks. We don't have a camera on her, but you can tell she's watching Big Brother there. or young brother.
Little brother.
Little brother. Trying to find his way through the front two. White flag to go this time by, and Hooker's really loose. Shrink to the inside, another opportunity in the turn one.
Yeah, the 38 of Jake Hooker looks really loose coming out of turn 4.
But doing what he can to keep the lead right now because Shrink's all over it. Furiel will go to the high side of the 22. Last corner, checkered flag in the air for Jake Hooker. He'll take it. Shrink will finish second, followed by Friel, Smith, Watson in the 45, and the 14 of Major. And if that's the kind of action we're going to get from heat number 1, which is on average the slower of the late models from the previous feature race, the heat race number 2 is going to be a doozy.
Yeah, now I do know that the 38 as well as the 18 are in the slower heat this week. Jake Hooker was running third when the mishap happened week 1, but he was actually running for the 18 of Patrick Friel. He was running his number, able to give him a little bit more of a shot when it came to points. And the 18 of Patrick Friel was out with a rear axle issue and did not start the feature race week 1.
On the other side of the break, heat race number 2 for the late models coming up. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
This week on Money Talks with Ryan Seeley, we will be speaking with Tricia from Gallagher Insurance. We have a great returning guest, James Heskin, and we will also be featuring a wonderful business of the week, Popalock, featuring its owner, Vilmars.
Playing whatever. Jack 102.3.
15 years we have waited for this.
Football in Wrexham's everything.
There is a long way to go, but sky's the limit.
Welcome to Wrexham. All new Thursdays at 10 on FX and City TV Plus.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see DelawareSpeedway.com, where you can get all the information you need on schedules, pricing, everything to do with the Delaware Speedway here in 2024, getting set for late model heat race number 2. Chris Orr's Kate Friel, top side here, right beside the broadcast tower. Great view, and we have Jeremy McGrady down as our third member of our team, trackside, bringing us interviews. So getting set here, it's going to be Matt Robley in the 51. Will be the, maybe it's Morneau. Morneau's, unless Robley, what do you got there in the ticker? Okay, you got Robley as the first place car here?
So on the ticker, it'll be whoever crosses the line first for the live scoring, but I do believe that it'll be the 03.
Okay, do you think Robley might have taken the outside maybe?
Maybe Robley took the outside, I'm not sure.
He was leading the parade lap out of the pit road. I'm wondering if Robley it just chose the outside here. Nonetheless, it's Matt Robley on the outside of row 1, Ray Morneau inside row number 2, then it's, inside row number 1. Then it's the 13 of Jaden Chapman out of Sarnia, Ontario. The 60, Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. out of LaSalle. The 10, Jesse Kennedy from Oneida. Week 1 feature race winner, the 55, Gary Adrianson out of St. Thomas. Occasionally does some moonlighting here on Rogers TV when we may need a hand. And starting shotgun on the field, Lloyd Rawlings from Windsor in the 69 white flag displayed on the Speedway. We had a pretty good race in heat race 1. Are you expecting more cars more tightly bunched here in heat race number 2?
I think you're going to have at least the first 4 will be tight, but I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's nice and tight together. These late models have a great class here. Everybody's close in racing, and they do a great job. And just so that you do know, they are still showing Matt Robley as being first on the live scoring, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just took the outside.
That's true. Either way, it's Robley on the outside, Morneau Jr. on the inside. They'll come out of turn 4, 10 laps of scheduled distance. Green flag, we're racing with the late models. And we got Albert up in the flag stand now. Scott Mackley taking a break here in heat race number 2, and it's Robley to the point. Morneau will file in the second. Ronnie Beauchamp Jr., great run out of turn number 2, but holds on to third spot. Adrianson fighting on the outside, has grabbed a couple of spots already. Robley will lead lap 1.
Smart decision for Robley to take the outside line. That worked great in his favor. And the 03 of Ray Morneau is not going to let him get away that easy, though.
Of course, Matt Robley, the son of legend Steve Robley. Many championships under that man's belt. But he's getting challenger. Matt's getting challenger by Morneau Jr. Into turn 1 they go. 51 of Robley, 03 of Morneau. There's the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. Front 3 have gotten away from the rest of this field. Adrianson and Kennedy 4th and 5th. Then it's Rawlings in 6th. In the distance, it's Chapman in the 13.
And you can see how the 51 of Matt Robley and the 03 of Ray Morneau are running very different lines, about half a track difference, which may not seem like a lot, but out here at Delaware Speedway with this egg shape can mean all the difference.
Battle for 4th right there. Great job by our camera crew. Rolled right into the screen. Adrianson will fight off Kennedy that time by. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. Adrianson won the feature in week number 1. Jesse Kennedy all over the rear Declan of the 15, or the 55. Driver the 55, Gary Adrianson, going to be on the Rogers TV crew here next week, as I'll be south of the border doing a little golfing. So Jeremy's going to come up top alongside Gary next week, and we appreciate that. Jesse to the inside of Gary now, up to the door. They'll draw even. And a nose ahead, and Adrianson will let him go. Smart move, tried to cross over, and he gets him back on the inside.
There he goes, right to the inside. Great move by Gary Adrianson. Oh, he clipped the back there of Jesse
Kennedy's
Kennedy.
around, right in front of Adrianson and Rawlings. Jesse's not going to be happy with that. There was contact into turn 1 that Kate mentioned. We're going caution. Our first caution of the night comes in the 4th race, so pretty good start as far as cautions. Contact in the corner number 1. Adrianson into the left rear of the 10. Then Adrianson locked up on the brakes. Jesse couldn't control it. Take us to the replay, Kate.
They're side by side after a little crossover move. They're going into turn 1, and it looks like Jesse thinks that he has him cleared, and he starts to come down, but Gary drives his line, realizes he gets into the back of them, locks up those brakes, but it was just too much for the 10 to recover, and he just loops it right around, right in front of the 55 of Gary
we got action in turn 3 as Kennedy just cut off Adrianson. And Jesse Kennedy, as expected, not very happy with the 55 of Gary Adrianson. Kind of ran up the track there under caution. We got this one too? Yes, we do. Adrianson under caution speed. Here comes Kennedy in the 10. Coming to say a little hello. How are you? What happened in turn 1? He'll run him right up the track. And Jesse not very happy with the driver of the 55.
No, looks like Kennedy's a little bit irritated. Now, I mean, I've seen way worse happen before, so hopefully these two can work it out, realize it was a racing incident, move forward. There's no need to wreck a race car in a heat race.
Absolutely under caution here. 6 laps complete in late model heat race number 2.
Looks like the 13 of Jaden Chapman had to pull in on the backstretch there. He's talking to a race official, and we'll see if he's coming back out or if he's parking it in his pit stall.
That's big for Chapman. I mean, points up for grabs. It is a long season.
51 of Robley, the leader, white flag on the speedway. So they're platooning, it looks like, in the flag stand tonight. Kate, is Albert's taking relieving Scott for a couple of races here.
6 cars still on track.
It is hot. Maybe it's the heat.
Well, it's actually gotten a little bit cooler. Now the track is completely in the shade, race fans. Well, it'll cool down, which means it'll add grip on this racetrack, and we'll see the speeds go up a little bit here. Morneau Jr. will bring the field to the line with 4 to go on the green flag. Out of turn 4. Green flag, we're racing with the late models again. Watch that orange car in 5th, right behind the 55. You never know. It is only a heat race, but you never know. side by side for the lead. Morneau Jr. on the inside, Robley on the outside. Adrianson has worked his way up to third spot around Beauchamp Jr.
Matt Robley is definitely holding his own there on the outside, and now I see why he keeps taking the outside on the restarts.
Robley into 51, the 03 Morneau Jr. There's the nose of Gary Adrianson. The front three trying to get away. Jesse Kennedy to the outside of Beauchamp Jr. right there, top of your screen. And Morneau Jr. trying to get a nose in. Robley just dives. As soon as he crosses the start-finish line, Kate, he dives into corner number 1 and comes right across the Morneau Jr. nose.
Definitely shut the door, making sure that he's got that top spot. They're coming out of turn 4.
White flag on the speedway. It's Matt Robley at the point. Ray Morneau Jr., then Gary Adrianson. That's your top 3, nose to tail. Up to Delaware Hill in turn 2, down and back. Jesse Kennedy has cleared Beauchamp Jr., but only half a lap to go. Robley will lead him through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air for Matt Robley to 51, followed by Morneau Jr., Adrianson, Kennedy, Beauchamp Jr., and Rawlings. That's your finishing order. Chapman, and there's Kennedy and Adrianson again. As Kennedy ran Adrianson up the wall in turn number 2, or up the track almost into the wall. Jesse Kennedy still heated there. Now he's going to stop in turn 3. I thought he was going to turn around and come back in. We'll see what happens when Kennedy comes into pits, but yeah, Jesse's still not happy, as there you see the 51 of Matt Robley coming to the start-finish line to take a quick photo as the heat race winner. Kennedy will come down pit road. Let's go track side to Jeremy.
Thanks. I'm here with Jake Hooker, the winner of the second heat there in that last supermodel race. And Jake, how'd you feel out there winning that race? How'd the car feel?
The car isn't half bad. It's the driver. You know, it feels pretty good. My dad got diagnosed with cancer, so he's here tonight, which is huge. And McCall Racing Enterprises, you know, we got the best in the business working on the car. We got Rick and Louie and Mike, so we're just really fortunate and really happy.
Absolutely. And then heading into the feature race, what's going to be the key for you to get that car into victory lane?
Well, last week or 2 weeks ago, we started last and we were up to third, just staying out of trouble, keeping our nose clean, and be there for the last 5 laps. It seems like that's a big thing here at Delaware.
Yeah, you mentioned your awesome crew. Anyone you want to thank, obviously, to get that car up to good running and heading into the feature?
Yeah, I got to thank the actual car owner, Eldon with HOTC, Industrial Dover, my buddy Scott Lozon, London Mechanical, Triple P Farms, Adam Corey with Corey Tires, and you know, a big shout out to McCall Racing and my father-in-law, Sun Parlor Trailers. It means a lot, and a lot's going on right now.
And having a couple of seasons here at Delaware Speedway, how do you feel the track's been holding up here so far this season?
Well, it's good. You know, right now with the heat, the track seems to be very a lot of grip. So I don't know how the track will react with the sun going down, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see. We got the best crew around, I believe. So yeah, we'll have to make a judgment call and see what happens.
Thank you very much, Jake, for your time, and good luck in the feature race.
Yeah, thank you.
Send it back upstairs.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Into a short intermission. Heat races are done. We'll pause and step away. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Hi, I'm Ruth Skinner, and I'm with Forest City Gallery, and I'm this week's guest on Pollinating Purpose.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.
211, how can I help you?
211, help starts here.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. We're in the intermission. On the other side of the break, we'll talk with track announcer Mr. Maudsley, coming up next on Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
In the Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
It's been a long time coming.
You don't win it to keep it, you win it to be a part of its history.
Always knew.
Always hard to see the difference between winning and losing.
The quest for the hardest trophy to win in sports.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares on the far side is Kate Friel. Track announcer Jamie Maudsley joins us for part of the intermission. Thoughts on the heat racing tonight?
Oh, some excitement early on. Gary Adrianson was at the center of everything there. Some contact with the 13 and Chapman, some contact with the 10, both of them displeased, and it was almost Dana Kirkpatrick-ish. Chapman came up and wanted to say something, and while you see here's the contact with Adrianson. Jesse was mad about this, but the lap before that, coming off turn 2, the whole way Adrianson got.
And there you see Jesse right there in the going to the door of the 55.
Now Jesse moved him off of turn 2 the lap before that, though. That's kind of what led to it. So,
and Jesse went to see Adrianson twice on the track, once on their caution, once after the checkered flag.
And Chapman obviously upset with Adrianson as well. He pulled up beside him and spun himself out when he did that. When Dana Kirkpatrick tried to wreck one of the front row cars almost, a mistake like that when you're trying to show your displeasure. And tough break for Jaden Chapman. He had a good run going opening night. That's really going to, no heat race points for him now so it's going to push him back down.
What are you looking forward to in 2024? Week 3 for the Speedway, week 2 for Rogers TV. What are you looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to everything. Did you see those heat races out there tonight? I mean, we've got a great field of super stocks. We've got a great field of late models, the Experience Camping late models here this year, and just absolute great car count, great facility here at Delaware. They've given these folks a great place to race, and as long as the cars keep it up, we're going to have some great competition all summer long.
Okay.
Now, Jamie, this is seeing you in different capacities always. How has it been so far this year working alongside your son down that we always see down doing the interviews?
It's been a few years now that he's been here. I'm pretty proud. It's father-son bonding time for us. We get to hang out every Friday night and have a hot dog and talk about the racing. And he's doing okay. He's got some big shoes to fill, but he's doing okay.
He'll never live up to you, right?
Yeah, Jamie and I go way back too, Kate. It's funny you mentioned that. We used to work with a gentleman named John Helton and the late, great Jared Dockstader back when it was the four of us. It was some good times back then. Let's talk feature racing because we know you have to get back to your job. What are you looking forward to in the features tonight?
51 and Matt Robley's really found some speed here tonight. I know the 03 was tough on opening night, and only that wreck with Steckley might have taken him out of a win. But
it's funny, and I want to interrupt because it's funny you mentioned Matt, because Kate and I were discussing it. He picked the outside as opposed to the inside. He was the control car, chose the outside. Were you surprised by that?
I wonder how much of it was watching that first heat race and how well Jake Hooker did on the outside. He took the outside, gave the inside up to Marshall Schrank for the whole heat race and was able to hold him off out there. So gotta love the fact that this place is now a two-groove racetrack.
Absolutely. Jamie Maudsley, one of 3 track announcers here at Delaware Speedway when you come visit on a Friday night. Appreciate your time as always. We'll chat again throughout the year.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Hi,
I'm Dr. Mario Elia, host of Keeping London Healthy here on Rogers TV. Join us Wednesdays at 6:30 where we discuss health topics relevant to you and bringing on experts in the field to give you the best, most up-to-date information. See you then.
Bullies may exist in life, but God has called us to find and create peace where we can, which can be a very challenging thing to do, and sometimes it seems impossible or even dangerous.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Thanks again to Jamie Maudsley, who joined Kate and myself for a few minutes before break. While we're at break, you said, well, I want to talk a little bit more about the 51.
Yeah, so the 51 was fast, as we were just talking about with Jamie, and he's definitely got a car to contest and really go after this year, considering the fact that he's so fast, but it's probably because it's a new race car.
Yeah, new race car. Now, well, the track conditions, is that going to hurt potentially that car or the fast cars from heat races as the sun goes down? The track is in shade now. The track will get faster with more grip when it cools off.
Yeah, so the track will be grippy, but it also may be loose coming off. With the cooler temperatures, the track's going to cool down, so it may take a little bit longer for those tires to really get going and really get sticky. I'm not worried about some of the camps down there, especially the 51. I saw Steve Rovley down there, so they've got lots of knowledge down in their camp tonight.
Still to come tonight, the 35-lap feature from both the Super Stocks and the late models, and our first King of the Hill of the season. It is Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
For over 50 years, White's Rental has been providing local contractors and members of the DIY crowd with professional quality lawn and garden tools, aerial lifts, and construction equipment. White's Rental, we have the right equipment to make your project easier.
My name is Ryan Dyson, and I drive the number 28 race car at Delaware Speedway and across Ontario all summer long. You can check out our YouTube vlog series right here on Rogers TV every Friday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Pollinating Purpose is a show about supporting organizations who seek to have impact in the work that they do. Whether nonprofit, for-profit, or grassroots organizations, you'll learn key considerations to starting or growing your social purpose business with longevity and sustainability in mind. Along the way, you'll also hear stories from folks who are doing similar work in their community and hearing from leaders in their field on how to best approach this work.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. We're trying to get an interview with Jesse Kennedy. I know Jeremy's in the 55 pit right now trying to talk to Gary, but you know, I've been doing this many years as well, and you've had some experience as well. You don't want to put a microphone in the face of a hot driver.
Yeah, there's been times in my racing career that maybe a microphone in my face right away probably wasn't a good idea. Yeah. So definitely give them their space.
Yep.
And
well, we're hearing right now that Jeremy does have an interview. Let's go trackside to Jeremy.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Gary Andreessen. And Gary, tough luck out there on the track tonight. Just a tough break for you. What do you think happened out there on the track?
Well, I'm going to say it's just a racing incident. I mean, as far as Jesse goes, I mean, we did the crossover, and I felt I was there, but at the same time, I seen him coming down on me, so I tried to back out. I mean, you just can't stop these things on a dime. So, I mean, I tried to back out. Unfortunately, we made contact, and I'm sure that's not the way Jesse sees it, but that's how, as far as I'm concerned, it's over with. We'll move on and go to the feature and hopefully win another one and go from there.
Yeah, and heading into the feature, your car looks to be in good shape. How do you feel the car's running heading into the feature race and your crew working hard to get it back into top shape?
We're a little free under braking, which is I think where Jesse kind of got to me anyway. So we're going to tighten up the entry, and we're just looking for a little bit more drive off, but we'll get it. I mean, these guys are the best in the business, so we'll get there.
Yeah, and heading into the feature race, what's going to be the key for you to try to get yourself up to the front of the pack and try to win this feature race here tonight?
We just got to get through the front traffic as quick as possible, and hopefully somebody ahead of us opens the door and we can walk in with them. And before we say goodbye, I want to say happy birthday to my super hot wife.
Thank you very much, Gary, and we'll send it back upstairs.
Yeah, Jeremy's not used to Gary because Gary says that all the time. And if her birthday was next Friday night when Gary's going to be on Rogers TV, he probably would have said the same thing. Happy birthday to my super hot wife. Your thoughts, Kate, on what Gary had to say?
Now I think Gary took the most honest approaches to what I saw. I did call it right off that it was a racing incident. It looked like a beautiful crossover move, and then it did look like he was kind of there, but Jesse may not have seen him. So I definitely agree that was probably a racing incident. In my opinion, Jesse maybe just didn't see him. Maybe his spotter didn't tell him that he was there. But he definitely tries to check up on the brakes after he does make this slight bit of contact with the rear end. He locks him up. So Gary was trying to avoid the situation.
You think Jesse may have came down a little too prematurely? It didn't look like the 55 changed the line going into corner entry.
I don't think that the 55 changed his line, but I do think that that's the 10's racing line. I do think that he was setting up for corner entry, and I think it was just a racing incident.
Okay. Here we go again. Let's take it from turn 4. Kennedy in the 10, Adrianson in the 55. Take us through what you just mentioned that you thought might have happened.
Yeah, so here we're hitting the start-finish line, and where Jesse is actually entering into turn 1. He starts coming down here. He's just running his line into the corner, and I think that maybe the spotter just didn't realize how fast Gary was going, but Gary definitely did lock them up there. So I do honestly believe that was a racing incident.
Right.
Both sides may see it differently than I do. Gary's calling a race incident, so at least I'm on the page with one.
Yeah, and there might be a little bit of damage on that right front fender of the 55, as you saw on the replay. We talked with, while we were downstairs with Jeremy, race director Sean Gibbs walked up here. I said, "You want to come on here and tell us what you talked to the two drivers?" No, I just told him, have a nice night and smile. So we'll be right back.
And don't wreck those race cars.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money and that's the key on Buick GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orrs, Kate Friel, top of the tower. We're still trying to get an interview with the driver of the 10 late model, Jesse Kennedy. Jeremy is working on that. We had Gary Adrianson before we went to break. The cars lining up now in the Super Stock division behind us for a 35-lap feature. We got Jamie Maudsley's take on the features. We haven't got yours. What do you think we're going to see in the two 35-lappers?
I think the Super Stocks will be fast and close. I think that the Nagys definitely have something in store out of that camp. But Trevor Culver won the first night, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see him back on top tonight. He looks fast, he looks racy.
Okay, and the late models?
Late models, I think Jake Hooker's got a good car tonight. I think the 51 of Matt Robley might be our storyline of the night. He is fast, and he is able to battle off the 03 of Ray Morneau, who was leading the race the first week out. So I think we could see a lot of cars running really tight in that late models race. but I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Robley comes away with it.
And we still have the King of the Hill Spectators race still to come tonight as well, where people just bring their cars that they drove to the racetrack, put them on the track, go one-on-one with another vehicle. If you win, you stay in. If you lose, you're done. There also is some money on the line for a minivan division. Did your husband bring a minivan? Your minivan? Do you have a minivan?
We don't have a minivan.
Okay, then I guess Kyle's
I can't run.
No, you got to stay up
Kyle's at home.
Okay, you think? We'll be right back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Thursday.
Most people that are have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, breaking through the stigma of addiction on Rogers TV. Get your local sports fix with Goin' for Two, a show focused on sports and athletes from London and the surrounding area. Goin' for Two, Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Whatever. Jack 102.3.
15 years we have waited for this.
Football in Wrexham's everything.
There is a long way to go, but sky's the limit.
Welcome to Wrexham. All new Thursdays at 10 on FX and City TV Plus.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares, Kate Friel, top of the tower. I'm hearing we do have an interview, Chris. Let's go downstairs right now to Jeremy.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jesse Chapman. Jesse, tough break out there on the track, and so far, how do you feel your car raced so far?
Oh, I feel pretty good. We're a little bit tied off a little bit. We're going to make some adjustments for the nightness here, and I think we're going to the front.
Yeah, sorry, Jesse Kennedy. I gave you the wrong last name. But anyway, heading into the feature race, what do you feel that you have to do to get your car up into the top of the group?
Well, we can't let them get too far. Track positions, everything with these cars, because, everybody's so tight in time-wise. So just got to kind of stick around that top 5.
Yeah, you had a little bit of an incident there with the 55 there during that heat race there. What was your side of how did you get into make contact?
Well, I was behind those two already running, and he kind of chopped down on a 13 a couple times, sent him around. I think I made a nice clean pass on him. He did the crossover and kind of dive bombed it in and spun me around, but the official didn't see it that way, so we just go on.
And heading into the feature race, what do you feel you're going to have to do to try to get yourself the win here on this beautiful Friday night here at Delaware?
I think I just got to calm myself down now and go do what I normally do and go race and have some fun and keep it to the front.
Thank you for your time, Jesse.
Yeah,
back to you guys upstairs.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. And Jesse Kennedy of the 10, and you want to say something about that interview?
Yeah, I don't disagree with Jesse very often. I've raced with Jesse before. I can see his point of view where he thinks that there was a dive bomb in. I honestly would love to walk Jesse even through this and just let him know. Gary locked him up, trying to avoid him. He thought he had the line. Spotter should have been on the radio on that one.
We're going feature racing on the other side of the break. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
Think before you say it. Don't wind up like me. Imprisoned by your tongue. Doing 1 to 3.
Good behavior.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. I think we have trackside announcing here for Start Your Engines for the Super Stocks. There you see them all lined up. Going to be a great feature race here as we're just about to get the command.
I have three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless Canada, and drivers, start your engine!
From last week for the Mount Bridges Bulldogs did the exact same three things. Are you sure that's not him? Because if it is him, then we need to get something in his day planner. He needs something to do on Friday nights. The Mount Bridges Bulldogs guy last week did the exact same three things. Now start your engines.
That is funny.
Yeah.
No, the guy from Mount Bridges Bulldogs last week is actually their in-house public address announcer at their race. So
he was down there. But
surprised.
he was down there, but the guy who actually did start your engines was a player, Ian
Babenko?
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because Ian Babenko will now be a referee next year.
Oh, really?
In Junior B and Junior C. So yeah, he's a graduating player, and that's why they let him do the command last week.
Nice. Getting set for Super Stock feature racing here. Look at that gorgeous night. Great crowd here at Delaware Speedway. Fantastic. Right on the hill. One of the things Delaware Speedway known for. You get to sit right on the hill. All right, getting set 35-lap feature with the Super Stocks. What's going on here? Cody Wilds in the 14, Darrell Lake in the 77. I don't think that 14 wants to go, Kate.
I think they're going to give it a push here, see if they can get it started. But Chris,
he won the heat race, didn't he?
He did. I think, though, that if everybody keeps doing the driver start your engines that way, Delaware is going to need to make a new shirt for their merchandise stand.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been some great commands in racing over the years, that's for sure. All right, Wilds gets the push start. We're good to go with the 14. Great field here for the Super Stocks. Wow, this is going to be good.
And look at where everybody's going to be lining up. You've got Lane Zardo, Hudson Nagy, Carson Nagy, and Trevor Culver right in those 5 spots, so in that second group from that second heat race. So I'm interested to watch those guys come through the field. Culver's back in the 8th spot. Like I've said, he's been the fastest car on track tonight. So
there's a 77 of Darrell Lake rejoining the field. What a beautiful night. Things are so far so good, knock on wood, through the 4 heat races, 1 caution. We have yet to see if that's going to be the case in the feature. Don't look at me like that. I knocked on wood.
Okay.
I did.
I don't need you jinxing things here. It's been a great, beautiful night of racing here at Delaware Speedway, and we've got King of the Hill tonight, too.
The key is to get the King of the Hill early, because King of the Hill takes a while.
Also early enough that we can see the cars before they take onto the track, because it's kind of hard from up here.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to bother this year. Too many mistakes trying to guess what vehicles we were, and we lost our vehicle, man. So I'm not even going to say a word. I'll let Kate decide what vehicles we have, but that's King of the Hill. That's still to come. There you see the 13. That's Justin Collison. We interviewed him earlier tonight. He'll bring the field to green. 35-lap Super Stock feature on tap here at Delaware Speedway. Green flag, we're racing.
Start going into turn 1. They're 2x2 and side by each, as if Jared Dockstader was here calling the race.
Yeah, you saw the speed shot. We'll do the speed shot this time by. We'll let you hear the roar of the Super Stocks at Delaware Speedway out of turn 4 this time by. Turn number 1, up the Delaware Hill in turn 2, and down and back, and Ethan Orr, contact out of turn 2. It's Collison into the wall, but he keeps on trucking. They're 3 wide. Vanderwist Jr. back in the field, locked up the brakes. It's Ethan Orr out front by 7 car lengths.
And they're 3 wide there mid-pack, and there's some bumping and banging. Culver got away from that scot-free, surprisingly, because he was right smack in the middle.
The 07's in trouble. Van Herk, he's off the pace out of turn 2. He's got a left front tire down. Darrell Lake almost spun it. Yeah. Van Herk came in contact with Collison and Andrew Ferreira out of turn 4 last time by. He's almost stopped on the backstretch. We're going caution. Good job, Sorzy. Way to knock on wood and say anything about cautions. Because we got our first one. 2 laps in for the 07.
Yeah, the 07 was bumping and banging there on the front stretch. And it looks like that's probably where he cut down his tire going into turn number 1.
07 going to need some help here. Looked like the left front tire was wobbly as he came to a stop. Lots of action, but it all caused by the 13 of Collison. It was off the pace, kind of brushed the wall in turn number 2. Let's go to the replay here, see if we got this. This is coming out of 4. There's the 13 of Collison. We'll watch for the 07. There's the orange-tipped nose of the 07 right there. The 1 is Culver. Here comes Ferreira. 3 wide contact here. 07 down into the Ferreira machine. And that might have caused the issue on that left front tire, that contact with the 9, Kate.
Yeah, you saw the hands of the 13 coming out of that corner. That was a great shot. And you kind of see his hands go as if he thought that lane had cleared up after the one of Trevor Culver got through. You'll see it again here. He's coming out of the corner.
Dyson's in the 28, McCullough's in the 39, but they're not involved.
No, they're not involved. And it looks like the one of Trevor Culver's in there. And if watch the hands on the 13 of that blue car on the top of your screen, you kind of watch them go down, and then he's trying to
He's really sawing on that wheel for sure.
He was definitely sawing on it. I don't know if he's got something in the front end going on or if it was just that contact with the wall that really set him off. He was stuck on that high side, tried to get back to the inside.
Looks like Andrew Ferreira in the red number 9 feels that his car is okay. He did not pit. He was that bottom car in that 3 wide little tap and go. There you see the 9, and if we can stay with the 9, Chris, and watch him come around to the front stretch, and see if there's any damage on that right front. I would think that Andrew would have pitted if he thought so. But he's just in the backstretch now. He was that lower car in that 3 wide battle, the 07 in the middle, the 13 up top. Andrew returning to Superstock Racing after taking 2023 off. We'll watch for the coming around turn 4 here and see if there's any damage. That's just camber on the right front. A little bit of sheet metal damage, but all the tires still look pretty good, Kate. Thanks to the boys in the truck. Appreciate that.
Yeah, everything still looks good on the 9. I think he's going to stay out and he'll be good to go. It looks like the 07's on the hook here, and
All right, I think we have something from the lap before with the 13 maybe off the pace here. Kate, see what you got for us.
Yeah, so the 13...
Here's Lonnie Thompson in the 4.
Yeah, Lonnie Thompson kind of gets to his inside.
So this is where he goes high and maybe brush the wall here, Kate.
Yeah, so he kind of lets off speed. He opens that lane, and the 83 of Rookwood tries to put a nose in there and kind of bounces him off the wall.
Yeah, and in the first replay you saw was continuance of that one into that 3 wide situation. Right flag on the speedway. We've completed 2 laps here in this Superstock feature racing from Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, I'm just looking down at the 07 pit here to see if they're going to be able to get a tire on that or if it's a whole lot more than just a tire.
Yeah, it's still on the hook too. Ethan Orr will be your control car in the blue 57. Lane Zardo outside in the green and white 36. Thompson and Rickwood in row number 2. Then it's the Nagys. Carson on the inside, Hudson on the outside, row number 3, as we get set to go green with 33 laps to go. Ethan Orr will bring him out of turn number 4 into the restart zone. Green flag, we're racing with the Superstocks.
Good job by the 36 of Lane Zardo. He's already made his way from the 5th spot to the 2nd spot.
Yeah, Zardo starting the feature race in the 5th spot, started the restart outside row number 1. Orr will grab the lead. Front 3 nose to tail. Thompson trying to protect from Carson Nagy in that orange 93. He'll work turns 1 and 2. Oh, look out! Orr was really loose. And Zardo was going to pounce here down the back. Side by side into turn number 3. Zardo to the inside. Orr trying to fight back on the outside. Here comes the 57. Good run out of turn number 4. We got contact. 4 wide as a stripe. 4 wide in super stock here at the Delaware Speedway. My goodness. And they're going to wash Hudson Nagy up the track. Will stay green. Zardo to the lead. Orr into second. Carson Nagy up to 3rd. Lonnie Thompson and Trevor Culver's found the spot in the top 5.
Trevor Culver was a part of that 4 wide. Mayhem on the front stretch is what I'm going to call it.
Great run out of turn number 2 for the orange 93 of Carson Nagy. He'll put a nose inside the Orr 57. Ethan trying to fight back on the outside. Here's Carson on the inside. Good run again by the 57. Ethan's looks like he's getting really good corner exit in 2 and 4 right now.
Yeah, he's getting a great exit, but Lane Zardo is still 2/10 faster on the clock.
Battle for 4th as well. Culver and Thompson. Split screen. Battle for the 2nd spot. Top of your screen. Leader, bottom. Front 3, bottom. 57 up top. That's Orr. Here comes the 93 of Nagy. Carson Nagy to the door. They'll draw even. Into turn number 3. Battle for 2nd spot. It's an easy one for Carson Nagy. He'll grab the 2nd spot and try and reel in the leader.
Lane Zardo's got a good chunk of track between them. Definitely doesn't want to see a yellow, but I wouldn't leave it to Carson Nagy to try and reel him in.
So the front 7 are pretty spread out, race fans, and then the next 7 are all nose to tail, and Collison is slowing that group up. So 2 distinct groups in this feature right now with 25 and a half laps to go. It's Zardo up front, Carson Nagy in 2nd, or Culver, Thompson your top 5. Here's the back. Look at that traffic jam. There's 7 cars nose to tail all together there, and they're almost a full straightaway behind the lead 6.
Yeah, they're running 2 by 2, sometimes 3 wide. That back half of that field is not giving up any track position either for
Lake
points.
in the 77, Wild in the 14. That's Hudson Nagy in the black 36. The double zeros there as well. That's Jay Cox, Pete Vanderwist Jr. in the 7, Dyson in the 28. They're all there. The only problem is they're over a straightaway behind Zardo. It's Zardo and Nagy side by side battle at the front of the field for 3rd. Culver's on the inside of Orr. There's Dyson, Vanderwist Jr. in the 7. The 13 is Collison. They're all jammed up.
Carson Nagy is running a little bit faster, but not by much than Lane Zardo. Last time around, Nagy's running 20.114, and Lane Zardo's running a 20.131. So there's not a lot to play with, but Carson Nagy's trying to reel him in.
There's the blue car of Orr. The white car is Thompson. Good run for both of those drivers. Orr in the 4th spot. Lonnie Thompson running solidly in the 5th spot in the super stock feature. Great run thus far for the 4 machine. There's Zardo to complete another lap. 21 to go now in this super stock 35 lap feature at the Delaware Speedway.
14 of Wilds is on the inside of Hudson Nagy coming to the stripe as Darrell Lake has cleared him going into 1 and 2.
Yeah, that mess has kind of sorted itself out a little bit. Vanderwist and Dyson have exited that group. There's Wilds to the inside of Hudson Nagy. That's a battle just outside the top 10 in the running order. Now we're going to get a battle up front. Carson Nagy starting to reel in the leader. It's about 2 car lengths now at the start of the field. There's Wild to the inside of Nagy as they still battle. That was Hudson Nagy. The 93 is Carson Nagy. And trying to reel in Zardo here. These 2 battled for most of the season in 2023. They're coming up on the Rickwood machine as a back marker car. Trevor Culver, the first feature race winner this season, alone in 3rd. Orr and fourth. Thompson and McCullough, fifth and sixth. Andrew Ferreira having a good feature. He's in seventh spot. There's your leaders. 17 to go this time by. To the outside of Rickwood in the 83.
Culver's got the fastest car on the track right now. Not by much, but still the fastest. And he's definitely going to try and see if he can get closer. He would not mind a caution right now, but those front two don't want to see it.
Me personally, being a race fan, I don't want to see a caution. Why? Because the straightaway ahead of the leaders is a dogfight between 5 cars on the lead lap. They're a straightaway ahead of the leaders here. Zardo, 36. Carson Nagy, 93. That's your front two. With 15 laps to go next time by, will they be able to catch that group? And if they do catch them, how does Zardo protect the lead? Because that'll be a mess if we stay green.
Yeah, he's really going to have to maneuver through traffic there. And Culver, the one still putting down some of the fastest times of this race these last 3 laps. So
don't kid yourself. Trevor Culver's still in this race, because if this front pair catches that 5-car battle, Trevor Culver's going to reel him in.
I never count out anybody in this race that's on the lead lap, because you never know what's going to happen during a race here at Delaware Speedway.
That 5-car battle ahead of the leaders is now turned into a 4-car battle. There's the one at Culver, alone in 3rd spot, because Collison has left that battle. It's still Lake, Cox, Wilds, and Hudson Nagy still battling. 3/4 of a straightaway ahead of the leaders. A dozen laps to go next time by. These cars are going to be a factor here, Kate, I think, if we stay green. The leaders are going to catch them.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to become a factor in a race where the leaders don't want them to be a factor, but I think it's going to, I think it might factor into this race coming to maybe the closing laps. We've got 12 to go right now.
Yep, 11 this time by. Zardo, your leader. Carson Nagy in 3rd. Trevor Culver in 4th. There's the front 3 in your picture right now. And there you see, they just saw the shot of those 4 cars ahead of the leaders. They're half a straightaway ahead, and they're battling for position. Zardo's got to try and figure out something here to get by these cars. They're going to get the passing flag from Scotty in the flag stand. That's the blue flag with the yellow diagonal line in it. That tells drivers the leaders are coming.
Yeah, in the official rule book, it says yield right of way to oncoming traffic. The leaders are on your team.
9 to go. Zardo takes the stripe. There's all those cars ahead of the leaders. Things are about to get interesting and business about to pick up here in the Super Stock feature. And don't count out Trevor Culver. Right now, probably about 14 car lengths behind Carson Nagy, but might close in when the leaders get to going here with this quartet on the tail end of the lead lap. 7.5 laps to go, and Nagy and Zardo are now into traffic. They'll dive to the inside of Cox in a 0-0. And they'll get rid of one of them. Now you got Lake, Hudson Nagy, and Wilds battling for position. Here we go. There's the Hudson Nagy in the 36, Cody Wilds in the 14. The 77 is Lake. They're all nose to tail. The leaders are there. And Trevor Culver's tracking them down. 6 to go that time by.
This is going to get interesting with this lap traffic. This lap traffic isn't slow by any means.
No, Zardo to the high side of Hudson Nagy. Carson Nagy will do the same thing, now to the outside of Wilds. Meanwhile, Culver continues to track him down, but he has to go through the same lap traffic as well.
He does, but the leaders have already made that way, so does that play into it?
The thing is, when the leaders are in the high groove, if Culver can stay down low, he can gain track position, but he's caught behind Hudson Nagy. Culver will dive to the inside. There's Culver, now black number 1. Leaders nose to tail, 4 to go. Lake will stay down. They'll go to the high side, the leaders will. There's still Cody Wilds in between Carson Nagy and Culver. Van Steensel way off the pace. Look out! They'll go 3 wide into turn 3. Van Steensel in the 71 off the pace. Culver's lost some track position. 3 to go. Leader still. Oh, we got the 57 around. Ethan Orr's around. Caution on the speedway. And good night team strategy. We got a 3-lap shootout coming up.
And that changes everything here. Lane Zardo was kind of cruising with the fact that Trevor Culver was stuck in traffic, and so was Nagy. So this changes everything, and we'll really have to see what this all brings for these final 4 laps.
All right, so officially 4 laps to go, as Kate mentioned. Tail end of the Super Stock feature. We're going to step away. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Hey, I'm Scott Navarro, a producer here at Rogers TV, and I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers that we have that put on our shows. Whether that's hosts in front of the camera or volunteers behind the scenes, we couldn't do it without you, so I just want to say thanks.
Bullies may exist in life, but God has called us to find and create peace where we can, which can be a very challenging thing to do, and sometimes it seems impossible or even dangerous.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see, top left, the 36, that's Lane Zardo. 4 laps to go. Tail end of the Super Stock feature. Chris Soares, Kate Friel, top of the tower. Jeremy McGrady, trackside. Let's go to the replay here. While we were away, remember that Andrew Ferrer incident, 3 wide in turn 4, opening stages, 3rd lap in? Now that might be the result, Kate.
Yeah, now we got a door panel that's sticking way out, and hopefully he doesn't make any contact with anybody before they get that off, because if so, that'll definitely cut down a tire.
So 4 laps to go. The track appears clear. So there you see the running order as we sit here on the left side. Zardo, Nagy, Culver. Those were the intervals on the last completed green flag lap. So you can see the top 3 were together, and then 10 seconds back, Culver to Lonnie Thompson when we went to caution. Thompson, Orr, McCullough, Ferreira, Vanuis Jr., Dyson, Collison. So Collison's recovered quite well, still in the top 10 after being caught off the pace and technically being railroaded by 3/4 of the field in the early stages.
Yeah, and it's interesting because some of these guys that were getting passed by the leaders are close to that top 10, which just shows you the long runs for these top guys are really making a difference in this race. Short run, I think they'd be way closer, but that nice long run from lap 2 till where we are now has definitely made a difference.
Interesting here, so I'm going to make an assumption. Zardo is going to pick the inside. That puts Carson Nagy on the outside. Now, hello, Trevor Culver. Inside row number 2, we could find a situation where the 93 is caught on the outside, especially if Culver gets a good restart with the 36, Kate.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where Lane Zardo wants to start this, but I think he's going to want to protect that inside with only 4 to go. And let's see what Trevor Culver has for them. This could get interesting.
There we go, double up sign at the flag stand. The waving of closed flags going back and forth across each other tells the field, hey, line up side by side. White flag also displayed at the same time.
And our assumption was definitely on point there. Lane Zardo's on the inside, Nagy on the outside, Culver back on the inside. Lonnie Thompson's in the 4, that white car on the 2nd row outside. And then you've got David McCullough stacked up on that 3rd row on the inside with Andrew Ferreira in the 9 on the outside.
Vanuis Jr. and Dyson in row 4, Collison and Orr rounding out the top 10. Zardo will bring him to the restart zone. Pace car on the apron. 4 laps to go to settle the Super Stock feature on a Friday night from the half mile in Delaware, Ontario. Green flag, we're racing with the Super Stocks. Dead heat at the line. What's Carson do here? Does Carson fight on the high side the whole time? Oh, we got Culver stacked up the field, 3 wide down the back. The leaders side by side, speed shot at the line next. Right now on Rogers TV, listen in. Oh, we got a big wreck on a turn 4. 3, 4 cars involved, look out! And a big collision there with the 8 car into the 00 machine. Caution on the speedway. And I apologize that I wrecked the speed shot, but we had a big one coming out of turn 4, Kate.
77 of Darrell Lakes in there. The 00 is as well. And the 8 of Randy. So Jay Cox was in that. Darrell Lake. There's a few others, but they seem to get back up under their own power and pull away.
If the people in the truck get a replay, and I'm not sure that we will, there was a car, as we went to the speed shot, a car, can't remember which car, the right side tires went up on another car. And that's how it got started. I'm not sure if we're going to get that. We got something here. Not sure if that's what we got, but Kate, take us through it. Right side here.
So right in the back of that shot, you see the 8 slamming into the 00 there, and everybody else was able to pull away under their own power.
You saw the right front tire of the 83 there wobbling.
Yeah.
So Brady will have to go in for repairs.
And they didn't complete a lap, so I'm going to say that the 1 of Trevor Culver should be ahead of the 9. Trevor Culver seemed to really struggle on that restart.
That's what caused the whole thing.
Caused everything to stack up behind.
Stacked everybody up. Yep, stacked everybody up. What do we got here? Okay, let's look for the 28 of Dyson. There he is, top right. On the high side of McCullough. Okay, we might have the car on top of another one here. It's McCullough, the 39, going up top on the 28 of Dyson. There it was. That's what I saw in the speed shot, and then jumped in with the call because everybody else piled in. McCullough looked like he kind of drifted a bit, Kate, there.
Well, it looked like he was trying to avoid the slow-moving car of the 1. It looked like that's kind of really where everything did start. Not sure what's going on with the 1 of Trevor Culver. Maybe he missed a shift. Yeah. I'm not sure, but he was really slow. Everybody stacked up, and then no one had anywhere to go.
That's a brand new car for Dyson in the 28. Bingo Country, one of the sponsors, under the D for damage, is the 28. I just made that up. I know it probably wasn't a good one, but it felt good at the time. But yeah, Devin and Dyson feels that he's okay to go because he stayed on the track. We'll see how that 28 handles with 4 to go here. White flag on the speedway.
Yeah, with 4 to go, nobody's going to want to give up that track position by pulling in if there's not much that they can fix. That looks mostly like a lot of cosmetic. For right now, I mean, when they get in there and they really look at it, at the end of the race, they'll definitely see what they got to fix for the next one.
The 8 and the 00 getting the wave around. They'll come back and rejoin the tail end of the field. It's Zardo and Carson Nagy at the top of the leaderboard. Zardo in the 36, the control car. Then it's Culver and Thompson. Ferreira now gets on the inside of Pete Vanderwist Jr. 4 to go, Super Stock feature. Green flag, we're racing.
Better start for the 1 car so far, able to roll through with the 36 and the 93.
Culver got a good run that time, Kate. You're dead on that. As the field comes through turns 3 and 4. Let's see if we can do this without any contact. Where there was contact, we'll go down to the line. Speed shot, 3 wide. Into turns 1 they go. And still battling. Zardo's loose, up the track. Now it's Culver trying to get to the inside. Thompson off the pace back in the field. The front 2 trying to get away. It's Andrew Ferreira now to the inside of Zardo. Beaten and banging in a Super Stock feature.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the 36 of Dave Zardo got sandwiched between the 1 of Trevor Culver and the 93 of Carson Nagy. Really had nowhere to go, got loose, and slowed up everybody behind him.
Lap and a half to go, and Culver almost into the left rear of the 93. Trevor Culver wants to go back to back here at the half mile. White flag on the speedway. The Is Culver going to do a little bump and run here? Here they go down the back. We'll watch him into turn 3. What's the 1/2 for the 93? He'll dive to the inside. Carson will close the door. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Carson Nagy will hold on for the win. Culver second, Zardo, Ferreira, Thompson your top 5. Collison by half a car length over McCullough for 6th. And what a finish and what a feature from the Superstocks.
Lots of beating and banging with that 4-lap shootout there. Tough luck for Lane Zardo. They got sandwiched. But as a race fan, that was great to watch.
Absolutely. Momentarily, we'll send you down to trackside to hear from Jordan Maudsley and an interview with the 93 of Carson Nagy. Let's see if we have some of that beating and banging in the later stages of the Superstock feature. Yeah, there's Culver. Culver's going to be aggressive here. They were 3 wide out of turn 4, and then kind of Culver lost his back end, came back in turn 1, got into the 36. Zardo washes up the track and immediately fell into a battle with Andrew Ferreira for 3rd. And the rest is history as the 93 holds off the 1 for the win.
Yeah, not so much a sandwich, but more of a little bump and run by Culver.
Waiting for the 93 to get out of the cockpit, unbelting himself and taking the helmet off. And we're going to send it down to momentarily trackside. Carson, very strong last year as well in the 2023 campaign, and wins the Superstock feature tonight from Delaware Speedway. Still to come, late models for 35 laps, and the Spectators Race King of the Hill. There he is, Carson Nagy out of the 93. And we'll send it to trackside to Jordan Maudsley.
Carson, excellent run there. Didn't have to lead them all, but you led the ones that mattered. Run me through that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. Honestly, I know it got rough at the end there, but that was so much fun racing hard with those guys. You know, not sure how the rest of them ended up, but man, that was just so much fun. I can't thank everyone here for supporting me and all my sponsors, Queens and Chev, Fireplace, the Patio Shop, HumberviewParts.ca, and I hope we put on a hell of a show for everyone here tonight.
Carson Nagy, your Superstock winner here in the 93.
Carson Nagy did some guest announcing with the track announcers last week. As a matter of fact, wins the Superstock feature. Late models up next. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're going to tour some amazing backyards. We're going to meet up with some great folks, and we're going to cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
My name is Ryan Dyson, and I drive the number 28 race car at Delaware Speedway and across Ontario all summer long. You can check out our YouTube vlog series right here on Rogers TV every Friday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Resource Kate Friel, top of the tower. Jeremy McGrady down trackside. And getting set for the late model feature. Hooker is going to be at the front of this field. Schrank will be outside row number 2. Somebody's younger brother is going to start inside row number 2. It's ironic because row number 5, 2, 4, 6, row number 4, Gary Adrianson and Jesse Kennedy, who have had words and a couple of incidents tonight already, will start side by side, Kate.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. They're right smack dab in the middle of the field, and let's hope that they're both able to wipe their hands clean, and let's go clean racing, and let's put on a show for the fans, and
Absolutely.
Not that kind of show.
35 laps the scheduled distance here for the late models at Delaware Speedway. And as mentioned, Jake Hooker will be at the front of this field. The 22 outside row number 1 will be Marshall Schrenk out of Kamoka. Row number 2 sees Patrick Friel out of London to the inside of Brady Smith from Paynes Mills in the 53. Row number 3 is the 51 of Matt Robley out of London, and the 03 Ray Morneau out of Windsor. And the aforementioned 55 of Gary Adrianson from St. Thomas. Row number 4 inside the 10 of Jesse Kennedy from Oneida. And then we have the 50 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. from LaSalle. In row number 5 with Lloyd Rawlings out of Windsor. Then the 13 of Jaden Chapman from Sarnia. The 45 Barry Watson from West Lorne, Ontario. The 14 Paul Major from Vernon. And the 79 of Joe Lawrence. Did we see the 79 in heat races? I don't recall, Kate.
I don't remember seeing him, to be honest.
Remember
so
either.
that may be why he's shotgun on the field.
So
Maybe
Joe
he was
Lawrence
unable
is going to be
start.
Joe Lawrence in the 79 for Brandon Vanderwall tonight. And we'll see what Joe has starting shotgun tonight. 35 laps of scheduled distance, DelawareSpeedway.com. Don't forget to visit there for any schedule information, fee information, even camping information here at the Speedway. You can find it at DelawareSpeedway.com. Next week, Rogers TV back from Delaware Speedway next Friday night, May the 31st. It'll be stock night, bone stocks, V8 stocks, and the super stocks, which we just saw. It'll be Jeremy here up top in my position, as I'll be out of the country, along with Gary Adrianson, who's currently in this late model feature. He'll be color commentary. Are you down trackside next week?
I am not. I'm actually in Saginaw, Michigan at the Memorial Cup for the semifinal and finals.
Oh, nice. Ironic that you said that, because a good friend of mine, diehard, we're a bunch of us we've known the Easton Cowan family for so long. Like, they're like family to us. We're from a small town, right? Strathroy, Mount Bridges area. So my buddy bought semifinal tickets to the Memorial Cup. So yeah, I got semifinal tickets. Hopefully London's in that semifinal. And I said you know that the Memorial Cup only has one semifinal, right? Because there's a team that gets a bye right to the final. So there's no guarantee that the Knights will be in the semi. They could get a bye right to the final. He just looked at me like a deer in the headlights, saying, "Oh my goodness." Then tried to sell the tickets a couple hours later.
Yeah, we bought the semifinal and final packages, so we're going to go down and cheer them on, and I hope to see them in one of those games, and one of them might be the final.
Yeah, best of luck, of course, to the London Knights Memorial Cup in Saginaw. And kudos to the entire Rogers staff that was in charge of Knights hockey on Rogers TV. Did a fantastic job. All right, 35 laps. We're set to go here with the late models. Jake Hooker will bring him to the line. Into the restart zone. He'll mash the gas. We're racing at Delaware with the late models. Into turn 1. Hooker will lead Schrenk. They'll go nose to tail, the front 2. Friel to the inside, trying to get the third spot. They'll roar down the back. Hooker will lead him back to complete lap 1. We'll take it out trackside. Speed shot, Rogers TV, Delaware Speedway. Hooker will, contact, the 53 washes up the track, contact with the 18. Robley trying to take advantage, just a battle for third. Just out of the screenshot to your right, there's the leader, Hooker. The 22 of Schrenk, there's Robley to the inside of Friel. And we got, looks like the Rawlings machine around in turn number 2, Kate. Looks like the 69.
Yeah, he went around. Yellow came out there on the back stretch. So we'll see where they
Are you able
put everybody back.
Are you able to help me on this feature since your brother's racing? Because you didn't do very well in the heat race. You were very optically nervous.
I'll be fine. I've seen him do it a time or two. I started racing when I was 8. He followed in my footsteps at 8. We've been doing this a long time.
All right, I'm just saying, because you could have fooled me. You look nervous in that heat race.
3 wide always makes me nervous with the late models, because one little slip up, there's no real backing out real quick. Just like Gary said, it's hard to get on the brakes in these and make them stop. They do not stop on a dime.
That's true. Rawlings back under power. So 1 official lap complete in this late model feature. Jake Hooker on the point, Marshall Schrenk second, Patrick Friel third. The 53 is Brady Smith in fourth. So they'll bring Brady back ahead of Matt Robbie. The lineup, how they do it here at Delaware Speedway, and I know Kate, and I'm very comfortable with Kate correcting me if I'm wrong. They'll reset the lineup to the last green completed lap under green, and that's why Brady got that position back from Robley into the 4th spot.
Yeah, and Matt Robley had actually gone ahead of the 18 of Patrick Friel as well. So they have shifted Robley back. Robley will be back on the inside. And let's hope that everybody stays nice and tight. Jake Hooker's had some great starts tonight, Chris.
He has, and that's the key about being that control car. Like, you have, from that yellow stripe to the red cone, you have the opportunity to start this race whenever you want inside that zone, and he's been doing a fantastic job, as you mentioned, Kate.
Yeah, he's had great starts all night, and let's see how his start goes this time, Chris.
Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace vehicle, dips down behind pit wall. Hooker will bring him out of turn 4 into the restart zone. He's slow that time. Now he matches the gas. Green flag, we're racing.
And again, Jake Hooker has a great start. He has been on fire with his restarts tonight.
It's the 38. There's the 18 of Friel in the 3rd spot. Robley to the inside of a Smith now for 4th. And Hooker will lead him out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Hooker, Drake, Friel, your top 3. Side-by-side battle for 4th. Robley to the inside of Smith. And there's the 0-3 of Ray Morneau looking for a spot as well. Brady Smith caught on the outside here on this late model train along the inside. Jesse Kennedy has come to the front to battle with this lead 7. Then it's Chapman and Adrianson. Kennedy to the inside. Brady Smith needs a spot. And there he goes. He ducks down behind Kennedy. Right in front of Chapman. The whole field now, single file. As Hooker will lead Schrenk and the rest of the field down the back. Friel in the 18. Robley 51. Morneau in the 0-3. Kennedy in the 10. They're all there. Battling 3rd to 7th.
Lap by lap, the 51 of Matt Robley is definitely looking to the inside of the 18 of Patrick Friel. He's looking for a clear shot to get around and go work on the leaders.
Exactly what the leaders want is then the battle behind them. Friel maybe slowing them up just a little bit. Robley and Morneau right behind the 18 looking for a spot. And Robley's to the inside, down the back. Matt Robbie in the 51, now to the door of the 18. He's there in turn 3, now into turn number 4. Out of turn 4 they come, side by side for 3rd. Robbie to the inside of Friel. Morneau in tow along with Kennedy. And that 4-pack battling for that 3rd spot down the back.
18's got to hang tough on the outside because there's a freight train coming behind him with the 03 and the 10.
Robbie makes the pass. Morneau's there now. Kennedy looking for a spot. To the inside of Friel. Battle for 4th. Morneau in the 0-3. Friel in the 18. Will he clear him? Yes, he will. Friel tried to come down on Kennedy, and Jesse's nose was there. Little bit of contact and more contact. And Kennedy goes by. Now Friel under attack from Brady Smith in the 53. Friel washes up the track. The 53's there. There's Chapman in the 13. The Friel machine in trouble on the outside here at Delaware Speedway. There's Adrianson. It's non-stop freight train down the inside.
Yeah, the 53 of Brady Smith comes way up in the corner there, washing up the track. Doesn't look like his car through the center of the corner is rolling very well in 3.
vagrants into the inside of Friel. That back spiral by Friel has caused this pack you're seeing right now to be almost a full straightaway behind the leaders. The front four have gotten away and split into two even pairs. Ron Beauchamp Jr. right there in the 60.
Yeah, contact between the 18 and the 60, as well as the 79 of Joe Lawrence got into the back of the 60, while the 60 was tapping into the 18, so a little bit of contact there.
The 18 tries to duck down, and Patrick will do that right behind the 60. So Patrick Friel, in a matter of 5 laps, has gone from a 4th running position all the way back to, I think, 8th or 9th. Caught on the outside. That's deadly here at Delaware Speedway.
Race for 3rd heating up between the 51 of Matt Robley and the 03 of Ray Morneau. Ray's looking to the inside.
And Ray is there to the inside of Robley. Morneau in the 03. Robley now caught on the outside. There you see the brake rotors glowing under braking on the front end of these cars. Robley's 51 and we're working well on the outside. See if he can hold Morneau off here. Morneau fights back. Great run by Robbie to clear him.
The run that the 51 is getting coming off the corner is ridiculous right now. He is just beating everybody in that aspect of the racetrack.
That battle for 3rd. Drake is kind of reeled in. Hooker as the leader. Now Morneau. What happened to Robley? He went right up the groove there, and an easy pass for Morneau up to 3rd.
Robley still able to stay under speed, though. Just looks like he washed up and maybe missed a mark there.
Leaders coming out of turn number 4. It's Hooker out front, followed by Schrenk, who's having a fantastic run. Morneau into turn 1. Here's a replay. Actually, yeah, replay bottom right. The pass for 3rd in turn 3, Kate.
Yeah, so it looks like he just got loose. The back end just shifted out. Good, great save by the 51 of Matt Robley. He's still under full speed here and holding it down in 4th place.
So out front, it's Jake Hooker in the 38. 16 laps to go this time by Marshall Schrenk. Continues to hold down the 2nd spot. Morneau trying to track the lead pair down. This battle is at the back of the field, and Patrick Friel under siege again by the 79 of Lawrence. 45 of Watson's there as well. This is about a half a lap behind the leaders. Almost exactly, it's just under half a lap behind the leaders. 45 of Watson looking to the inside of Joe Lawrence in the 79. Had to get on the brakes there, was washing up the track a little bit. Track has cooled off. The air temperature has cooled off here at Delaware Speedway. This track is fast right now.
Yeah, the track looks pretty racy, and these guys are doing a great job. It looks like the 22 of Schrenk is starting to catch Jake Hooker.
It's been a slow, gradual process for the 22 Kate over the last 5 or 6 laps. And if these two get into a battle here, Morneau in the 03 is waiting. Leaders through turns 1 and 2 and down the back. 12 and a half laps to go in this 35-lap late model feature.
And Morneau's running faster lap times than both of them. Problem is that he's just a little bit back from them.
Into turn 1, up to Delaware Hill in turn number 2, and down the back they go. 38 is Hooker, 22 is Schrenk. Nose to tail for the lead. There he is. Watch Morneau. There he is. There's Robley in the red and white car. Still there. Front 5 in your screen. Into turn 1 they go. Under 11 laps to go for Jake Hooker in the 38. Trying to hold on. Morneau is catching this pair, Kate. Very slowly he's catching this lead pair.
He's chipping away, and he's about a tenth of a second faster, so who knows? He's got 10 to go.
Leaders down the back one more time. Under 10 laps to go here in this late model feature from Delaware Speedway. Morneau has some time here. And he's catching them under braking, but the lead pair kind of had better exits at this point. Through turns 3 and 4, there's Adrianson, the 55, Chapman in the 13. That's a battle back in the field. They're a straightaway and a turn behind the leaders. Ron Beauchamp Jr. there in the 60 as well.
So the 55 and the 13, they had a little bit of a disagreement as well in the heat race, and it looks like they're running one in front of the other right now.
7 laps to go here for the leader, Jake Hooker. Back to the front we go. The 22 is Schrank. He's right there. Morneau closes in under braking. They'll work turns 3 and 4. Morneau got loose in corner exit. Lost a little bit of track position. Closes back in under braking, turn 1. Out of turn 2 they go. Look at those brake rotors light up there in the left front of the Schrank machine. He's right there now at the stripe. He got a great run out of turn 4. Looks down low. Jake will shut the door. Under 5 laps to go. Things winding down. Go ahead.
Only 5 to go, and Jake Hooker better get on his horse because the 22 has got something to say about it.
And you know who else does? That's the 03 of Morneau, and the 55 or 51 of Matt Robley has found another gear. Has Matt Robley been saving the rubber here for the final run here? There's the leaders into turn number 3. It's now become a quartet at the front of this field. Morneau and Robley want to battle for this win. 3 to go. They'll work turns 1 and 2 and down the back. Hooker and Schrank really get good corner exits and get away from Morneau and Robley until braking time. Cross flanks in the air. 2 to go here. Oh, there he is to the inside. Contact with the leader. And he doesn't get back. Oh, he put the sheet metal, left rear sheet metal on the 38.
Back to the inside.
Back to the inside. Down the back we go. Side by side for the lead. Morneau's there as well. Here's Robley coming for the lead out of turn number 4. White flag on the speedway. What a finish this is going to be. It's Hooker, Schrank, Morneau, and Robley. They're all right there. Out of turn number 4, a nose from Schrank down the inside. Down the back one final time. We got a back marker car might come into play here. Hooker contact. Here's Morneau. And Robley to the inside. Morneau's going to win it. And Robley's going to grab second. Are you kidding me? Hooker will finish 3rd. And Schrank will come home 4th.
Wow, Marshall Schrank really got Jake Hooker loose there. Hooker didn't look too impressed there on the back stretch. What a finish, Chris. That's all I can say there. What a finish.
Yeah, Jake Hooker is not going to be too happy with that 22 machine. Marshall wanted it. He hasn't won a feature in a long time. Back to the replay. So I believe this is coming to the white. Oh, no, it's not. This is the final lap. 22 up into the 38. Tire rub. Oh, this is coming to the white. So tire rub in turn 4 coming to the white. Schrank into 22. Contact again. Hooker shuts the door. Little sheet metal damage on the left rear. Morneau there in the 03. Robley the tip of his nose right there. Down the back one final time. Schrank's going to wash up a little bit here. Already contact right there. In the middle of turn 3, more contact. Then they tie each other up, and the door opens. Hello, Ray Morneau, and hello, Matt Robley, 1st and 2nd, when they went into the corner, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I can't believe it. These late models are racing hard so far this year. First, we have an incident in week 1 of racing that we weren't here for between Ray Morneau and Kyle Steckley, and now we've got Jake Hooker and Marshall Schrank. So there's a little bit of rubbing everywhere around here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. They're lined up nose to tail at Tech Garage to get inspected here, so we'll keep an eye on if anything transpires down in the pits. We're waiting for Ray Morneau to get out of the 03, and we'll send it momentarily trackside to Jordan Mosley. There's Ray right there, the winner of the late model feature. Waving the checkered flag, we'll send it trackside to Jordan Mosley.
Congratulating everybody down here. Now I'm going to take you back to the scoreboard. At that point, did you think you had a shot at him?
Well, I saw him getting together down here, and you never know what's going to happen. And down into 3, I saw them get together, and then the bottom opened up, and it was all hammer down from there. So just want to give a shout out to my spotter, Chris, Kim. He couldn't be here. Kim's battling some health issues right now, so we just want to say good luck with that. And this one was for them.
I know you got a lot of people you want to thank here.
Yeah, I got to thank JR, Expressway Trucks, Tormont Cat, East Elgin Concrete Forming, Dutch Brothers, Dana's Desserts, Reed Farms, St. Dennis Machine, Iron Mike Industries, Crown Comber, Hallmark Memorial, Lakeshore Landscape, Turner Landscaping, I'm missing one more, Rapid Drainage, all the crew, they got the car hooked up. We were pretty good just at the end of the race there. We just felt like I used my stuff up getting there, but just a little bit of luck, we came out with a victory.
Ray Morneau brings home the checkered here in the Experience Camping Late Model.
Ray Morneau went into turn 3 and third. He came out of turn 4 with the lead. He wins the late model feature. King of the Hill next. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
The best in the world. His ability is second to none. Dustin Poirier. This is who I am. I'm a fighter at heart. I'll never quit in here. Let's go. What a fight. Fireworks are guaranteed. Both capable of ending a fight in dramatic fashion. They will not be able to keep the roof on this place.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Some great feature racing tonight. The last stages of the late model feature. Kate, take us through it.
Yeah, so it starts all on the back stretch, and the 22 of Schrank is on the inside of Hooker. Hooker looks like he was holding a good line there, and they just get together coming out of the corner. Gave him the inside, but it looks like Schrank kind of washed up into that back tire. They touch there, they're going into turn 1, and you see the sheet metal just bend right underneath the back of Hooker. The 22 definitely got the tail end of that. Comes back to the inside and starts rubbing down the back stretch. We go into turn 3. Ray Morneau's just sitting back, watching it all happen. Sparks start to fly. The 22's rubbing on the back of the 38 of Hooker. And the 03 was able to squeeze out the win there.
I wanted to ask you something when it came up. There's the race results from the late model. Morneau, Robley, Hooker, Schrank, Kennedy, your top 5. Adrianson, Chapman, Beauchamp Jr., Creel, and Watson. Did it look like to you, as the King of the Hill cars start to roll into the track, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's see if we could pause this, maybe in between turns 3 and 4, Chris, when the 22 starts to go up the track, like right about there. Kate, is the 22 having issues turning there, or it looks like the 22 is just going straight?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's really turning his hands there to bring it to the inside. If anything, it might almost look like his tires are slightly pointed up into the 38. I don't think that would have been the goal.
Yeah.
I think that they were racing hard, and unfortunately they may have touched and locked there. And if they locked there and their tires are locked, that's where his wheel's going to go.
Okay, here's the turn 4 camera, and this is the last few corners of the race. Look at the front tires of the 22. They're not turning And you've raced. Is there a possibility that right front tire is locked straight into the 38, and that's why you don't see? I didn't see any tires turning on the 22.
I don't think that they would have got locked straight. I think that his car could have been washing up the track and kind of used up by then. But as soon as they touch, as soon as those wheels touch, it's kind of, you're fighting the wheel at that
Right.
point.
Okay,
Because
good
they're going
call.
to lock into the other car, and then there's really going to be no fight that you have left. So that might be what we're seeing with the wheels still staying straight, is that maybe Schrank couldn't muscle that car to the inside just because of the way that they locked.
Great job by our crew. Thank you very much for those multiple angle replays. There's the finishing order of the late models. When we come back, spectators race King of the Hill to wrap things up from Delaware Speedway. It is Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a hold on one at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Thursday.
In the family with addiction, the person with the addiction becomes front, center all the time.
Addiction and substance use affects all the layers of our society.
Everything was about trying to out him and fix him, and I was just done.
I always felt kind of different. I never felt the same as other people.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, Breaking Through the Stigma of Addiction, on Rogers TV.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orders, Kate Creel, top of the tower. Jeremy McGrady down trackside. I don't know if Jeremy can hear me or not. I was talking to him earlier tonight. I say, hey, why don't you take our viewers through how the King of the Hill works? So I'm sure the people in the truck will let us know if Jeremy wants to chime in. But this is going to be interesting. We do have a couple of vans, some pickup trucks, a lot of cars, a lot of souped-up cars here. And I don't want to burst Jeremy's bubble, so I don't want to take you through how King of the Hill works, because I wanted him to take us through that. So we'll wait and see if I'm hearing that he's ready. Let's go trackside to Jeremy here. He'll take us through how King of the Hill works.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, for this race, this is a spectator race, so fans can enter in their cars and King of the Hill. So how it works is you race, you're last, you're out. So basically you want to try to survive out there on the track, and that's basically how this race is going to work out. And I'll send it back upstairs to you guys up in the booth.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We've seen some great King of the Hill spectator races in the past here. You just got to keep winning. And then when it gets to the final two, I think they do a best of 3 here at Delaware Speedway. Each finalist will get the inside lane, and then the third race, they'll just go back to the way the first race started. But we're a ways away from that. But good racing thus far here at the Speedway, and we should see some fun stuff. King of the Hills this year on Rogers TV. We're going to do a little format, and then Chris isn't going to try and guess one vehicle. Well, unless I know them for sure. Like I already tell you right now, that's a van.
That's a Dodge Caravan.
Well,
I got that one.
I was still right. I said van.
And the black van
is a van.
I think is a Honda Odyssey.
The black van's a Honda Odyssey. That's right. There's a Dodge Ram down there, pickup truck. I know that for sure. So I got enough. I got enough chirping from our loyal viewers last year when I was guessing vehicles wrong or whatnot. I'm just not going to bother. We'll let the cameras tell the story here.
There's the 2 vans that are going to be racing for, I think it's $200 that have been put up. We'll just double check here.
So it is 200. We just got confirmation from Jamie Maudsley. 200 in the pot for the van battle, and they're going to put the vans. They're going to put the vans right up front here. I think we're going to lead them off.
I think they're going to go last after the first round is what I'm understanding, because whoever wins out of the minivans gets $200 because fans love minivans here.
Have you done a King of the Hill?
I have never done a King of the Hill, because if I drove a King of the Hill and forgot for a second that it was my street car, I think my dad, who's down in the pits right now, might
I did 2 King of the Hills.
Mad.
One was in my company car. This is probably 3 years into my radio career. This is 4 GMs ago, so I think we're good. Yeah, I brought it out for promotion. I actually kind of hinted during the week, hey, I might go on King of the Hill. The kind of hinting answer back was, you better not, and I did. and I took my own vehicle one year as well. It was fun. So here comes the first pair. Not racing just yet. They're coming around to get the green. So, Kate, I'm going to give you the green light for the entire King of the Hill if you want to try and guess what we got here.
We don't have.
We don't. Yeah.
I don't have X-ray to the back bumper to figure out what is. I can probably tell you if it's a Ford or a Chevy, but that's about the extent of what I'm going to have.
You'll do all right, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not. So they'll start from a standing start. Scott in the flag stand has a red flag condition on the track. So he's going to go red. He's going to turn the red off, and then he's going to light up the green, and that's how they're going to go. One race, head-to-head. Loser goes home, or at least parks on pit road till the competition is done.
Loser goes home.
And you just heard Jamie Mosley say the exact same thing I did, because he's standing up here with us doing the track announcing. Those vans are ready to go too. Look at that. All right, first matchup. Good start by the inside row gray machine, and pretty big advantage already into the corner. Very slowly.
Hey, the powder blue's handling well though throughout the corner there, Chris.
Yeah, powder blue cornering well. The gray machine taking off down the backstretch here. And again, very carefully negotiating the corners. Powder blue kind of goes up the track a little bit, and the first winner will be the gray car. And powder blue, I can tell, was one of Kate's favorites. She gone. Powder blue, she gone.
Just seemed the straight line speed was much.
Hey, we got an interview trackside with Jer.
Straight line speed, cornering speed.
Thanks, guys. I'm back here again with Jake Hooker. And Jake, you had a lot of that feature race leading that race. Unfortunately, there at the last turn, turn 4, you just unfortunately got into a bad spot. What happened out there on the track?
Just the left rear tire grew a lot, so we were getting tighter and tighter during the run. And I was going to use that lap car as a pick there, and just two guys racing real hard for their first wins, I believe, right here. And Ray Morno got the best of both of us. So one of them deals, we're still trying to put a full night together, and just really thankful for the McCall team. I miss saying Bert McCall, so hopefully he's watching, and just really fortunate for Rick and Louie and my whole team.
Yeah, and so that there was a great start for you, and unfortunately the luck there, but overall you had a good night, finishing third there in the feature. Just talk to me about your whole night and how the car experience for you.
It's a good night when Rogers TV comes and talks to you 2 times. So, we want to heat. We're still trying to get this car dialed in and put a full night together. So, overall, really happy with the car. I think we got a great starting point on the car for the next time we're back at Delaware.
Yeah, and so going back to the incident there at turn 4 with that 22 car, you were battling him throughout the entire race there. What was it like being able to having to try to block him out, try to find that gap and try to get yourself ahead of him before that incident there at turn 4?
Well, I got the best spotter in the world, so that's my mom. She was wearing my ear out, just letting him know he's coming. And at the end of the day, we were getting tight, and we were kind of a sitting duck. We were just trying to hopefully hold on for a couple more laps. And I don't blame him. I probably would have done the same thing. You're racing for the win at Delaware Speedway. So it is what it is. We're gonna pack up, get teched here, and come back a little stronger.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Again, second time talking to you tonight, and we'll send it back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy and Jake Hooker, and you do not miss a thing watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. We had the split screen there with Jake's interview and our next matchup in the King of the Hill, which is no contest. And another winner moving forward, and the black SUV, Shigon.
Yeah, and a great interview with Jake. He really did walk us through just hard racing. Like I said, they kind of got stuck together, and Doesn't sound like he has any hard feelings. That back tire grew.
And he said the key was 2 guys looking for their first win.
Yep.
Right? It's been a long time since the 22 of Marshall Schrank was battling at the front of a feature in the late stages. And same with Jake. It was a very good interview. We got a pickup truck coming up here. This isn't going to be your normal pickup truck versus small little speedster matchup. This truck might be souped up here.
To give the pickup truck at least the shorter distance around. I think he could choose to race backwards.
This might be, you know what? That's a GMC.
Pickup truck.
Well, I got it right. I was thinking I was going to guess on the white one. I thought, no, Sorza, you can't do that stuff. Kind of looks like it. Never mind. You know what?
It's got a great wing.
It kind of looks like a Subaru. It might be a Subaru. And a GMC. Let's see what this truck's got here. This might not... Oh, no. What, he started 4th gear? Oh, left turn signal. Left turn signal. That's awesome. I thought this truck would have a little bit more here. Subaru out front, GMC trying to close the gap, but it's not going to work. Subaru will advance to round number 2.
There you go, Subaru moving on.
And the GMC, she gone. What happened? Oh, this is...
Has it got decals on the car?
Wow. Oh, you got the left turn signal and brakes. Oh, the brakes for sure. Left turn signal. I love it. You don't see that normally in Delaware. Our crew is getting creative with us today with these replays. Loving it. Loving it. This might be a good matchup here. Just optically looking at the vehicles, it might be a good one. You never know.
That's the guy.
You're watching King of the Hill, Delaware Speedway here.
The Black Talon's
on a gorgeous Friday night.
It's a wide open.
By the way, hope you all had a wonderful Victoria Day long weekend last weekend.
Looks like an Audi
Memorial Day weekend, south of the border. Biggest day in racing coming up Sunday, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600 to wrap things up. It's the longest NASCAR Cup race of the season. For you race fans watching, Kyle Larson doing the double. Indy 500, who he qualified very well too. Indy 500, great start by the gray car. And then taking a plane and going to Charlotte, North Carolina for the Coca-Cola 600. Only the 7th driver to do the double. I thought there was more than that, but no, he's just the 7th. Good speed by actually both cars down the back. And they'll carefully negotiate turns 3 and 4. We've seen some wrecks in King of the Hill before in past years. You would not believe, race fans, if you didn't see it yourselves. We've seen some wrecked street vehicles. Silver Bullet is through, and I just thought of that. And the blue car, she gone. Still working our way through round number 1. Oh, we got a Mustang coming up here. A little classic Mustang. And this might be a Charger.
Looks like that burgundy car's a Charger.
Mustang and a Charger. I think I got both right there. And I saw they're on the back. I am using our monitors for some of the pictures, but yeah, that's a Mustang, and that is a Charger.
So we'll see what happens. This is
good job, Chris.
Well, thank you.
Probably stop and do a burnout.
Debriefing last year, what did we do? 3 King of the Hills? Maybe 2. Debriefing with the crew after those King of the Hills. Our producers say, hey, you're getting chirped.
Who's got the Charger?
Because you're guessing these vehicles, not all of them are right. But that is Mustang on the outside, Charger on the inside. Still round 1 here, King of the Hill.
Thinking that 100 horsepower might do him in here.
Rogers is always looking for volunteers, so I'm sure we would take in like a car enthusiast up here anytime to tell us what vehicles.
Not bad start. Are you waving at me, or you got bug problems? A little bit of bugs up here. Bugs. Even start here through turn. This could be the closest one yet so far. They'll fly down the back. Mustang. Charger. Charger dives to the inside of turn 3. This will be the closest one thus far. Mustang goes high. Charger to the inside. They're going to drag race to the line. It's a dead heat. It's the Mustang by the nose. And the Charger goes home. The Mustang, under a lot of pressure, holds on for the win.
Wow, that was something. Those are the kind of races that we're talking about here at Delaware for the King of the Hill. Makes the fans excited, makes us excited too.
Yeah, that was definitely the closest to matchup thus far.
Really close to the wall yet.
A couple more speedsters coming here in the next round.
Is what I always say.
Look at the glow below the orange
Not saying
machine.
you have to hit it, I'm just saying you have to get close.
Okay.
And as we move through the rounds and people
Nice little paint job on the lead car.
Stay, it's going to get just a little more intense as we move along.
Oh, that's a...
Look at this guy even stole his boss's
Oh, a little
car
burnout in
today.
turn 4.
The Phoenix Shine Studio.
Is that Camaro? Kate?
I'm not sure.
That might be a
What is that on
Camaro
the inside, George?
on the outside.
Acura?
I think I'm good with. I think I'm good on that one.
Yeah, it's a Camaro.
Yeah.
So Infinity
All right.
versus the Camaro. He's even got the underglow lights. That's pretty cool.
Yep, you can pick up one of those at Ray Cullen Chevrolet for sure. That's a perfect segue. Ray will be happy about that. Good start, inside row.
Looks like he shined it up nice today. Made some
And we'll see what happens down the back here.
Pulling away off turn 2. Opens it up.
Oh, that Camaro's coming a little. They both had pretty much equal speed down the back. Oh, high in turn number 3, but plenty of lead to correct. And he will advance, and the Camaro Chigon still inside round number 1 here. Yeah, I don't know if a close-up's going to help me. Oh, I can tell you the next matchup, 2 trucks.
I'm going to take
Here we
the
go.
pickup truck in this one, guys.
2 trucks in the next matchup. We got that one right.
This one.
That's a 3-tone pickup at the front. That's red and black 2-tone at the front and silver box. 3-tone.
That looks to try and showcase its speed, the red and blue, black.
What are you giggling for?
Every single co-op machine.
I was right, 2 trucks.
We call that redneck 3-tone right there.
There we go. The Canadian flag.
You said it, not me. I did.
Another GMC, white GMC truck
Might not be
on the
original box.
inside and 3-tone on the outside. That's what we're going to call it.
So
3-tone.
we factory 3-tone in the outside, Lego truck in the bottom.
What do you think? What do you think, Kate?
Safety crew guy is getting out of the way. We're going green.
All right,
Off goes
GMC
the white
out early.
truck.
Yep. 3-tones coming back on the outside.
How about the Lego
And
truck?
wow, he really went high there. Still high in turn number 2. Arm out the window. Helmet on.
Couple of blocks flying.
Just
out
going
the
for a
side
cruise.
as he goes.
Putting a hand on the door
Don't drop the Lego,
for
man.
turning
No
turning balance
sacrifices.
there, I think. Is that downforce in King of the Hill, Kate?
Lego truck.
I don't know what that is, but I feel like when you're cornering at Delaware Speedway on this egg-shaped kind of oval, you might want 2 hands on the wheel and not one on your door.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I mean, it worked for him. He won.
Yep. GMC
So I
is
mean,
through.
I guess he can do what he wants.
Yep. All right. Back to all-car matchup next. There you see the next combatants.
That's like the redneck diffuser, I think.
You're watching King of the Hill, Delaware Speedway.
So again,
On a Friday
for the
night.
Next matchup.
Well, there'll be another King of the Hill next month, I believe.
Dark-colored cars.
Check the schedule. All the information you need, DelawareSpeedway.com. And we still got quite a few pairings here. Where is, I'm looking for...
That's the good news. The bad
Okay, it
news
looks
is
like
you
we
might
got
have to race that
5
out.
pairings left after this one for round 1. So we're getting up there. There's a pickup truck in the last pairing. So that'll be our signal that we're at the end of round 1.
Yeah, and that's
The pickup truck,
the
right?
one right before the minivans.
Oh, that one. Oh, so the pickup. Oh, the minivans are the end. You're right, Kate. I apologize for that. The minivans will signify the end of round 1 and $200 in the line for that minivan matchup. All right. Next round. Ready to go here. Lights off. Oh.
You gotta wait till it goes green. There you go.
And an even start. Slowly going up through the gears. Into turn one. Pontiac on the inside, I believe. That is a Pontiac, I believe. Oh, here he comes back on the inside. We've got a drag race down the back here. This will be interesting into turn number 3. Washing up the track a little bit. Pontiac trying to turn, it won't turn. And that's going to cost the Pontiac. And the Pontiac Chigon. Checker flag.
Both drivers of those cars, neither of them wanted to lose.
More downforce. Look, there's the hand out the window again. I'm telling you, it's working. He's a couple of souped up cars here.
Pontiac goes home. The other one moves on.
These guys are coming around to get all set up and ready to go.
Headlights. Good for 2/10. I believe that is a Subaru on the outside. It might be a Subaru on the inside too. Oh, you tell me. Yes and yes.
What do we got here? You figured it out?
2 Subarus.
2 Subarus. Green Subaru and what is it? A silver? Dark silver? Dark gray. What am I talking about? Dark gray. You know, it's been a long day. It doesn't really matter because I don't see the other car. The green Subaru's gone.
The green Subaru had a great start. Inside Subaru, not so much.
The other guy's pulling away so much you might still be sleeping.
No rims on that front left tire and flying into turn number 3. Look at the gap here to the gray Subaru. Green Subaru out of turn 4. No contest here. Checker flag. And just a slow, nice little easy tour around the half mile for the gray Subaru. Just crossed the start finish line now.
I think you can chain 5 of them together.
You can see them your bottom of your screen there, the minivans. So we're getting to the end of the first round.
Great cause here tonight. So we get rid of one more. Slowly whittling our way through the field. Look what's coming in just a couple matches.
We got the vans almost coming up as well too, right?
Yeah, I think there's only this one and one more before the van. So I think they're third up here.
Oh, yes.
We'll be back on from Delaware Speedway next Friday at Stock Night. Bone Stock, V8 Stock, Super Stock. We'll be on the air with you at 7:30. And our next matchup coming to the line.
You're going to see some tonight.
That's got to be a Civic in the blue. No? I guessed, didn't I?
So what do we guys have?
Not supposed to guess.
At the bottom there,
Man, it looks like a Civic to me.
And the sleeper on the outside.
Yeah, it could be. You're right, Kate. It could be a Golf too. Where is it though? What happened there?
False start, backer on up.
False start by 20 lengths.
He's working on his
Got a little excited there on the outside. Come on back, let's try again.
Yeah, actually, looking at that, it could be a Golf. Yeah, I gotta stop. You're supposed to stop me when I do that stuff.
Till the green comes out.
All right.
Either way, it's got a nice blue flashy paint job there.
And it got a good start. And it got a great start. And it's off and running.
He had to find a gear, so he jumped the first
into turn 1. Pretty good lead already.
We'll see how well he can drive.
And down the back we go. Looks like a nice lime green bucket on the driver there. Flying down the back.
Out of the Volkswagen.
And through turns 3 and 4. Still in the tail end of round 1 here. King of the Hill. That looks like a...
Oh yeah, it's a Golf.
It is a Golf, you're right.
And the Volkswagen will move
on.
on.
Volkswagen Golf. There we go. Chris, stop
guessing.
So the Golf is through.
Before next time.
And our last matchup before the vans is a car versus truck coming up. And then the 2 vans will battle for 2 brown bills here for a half mile.
There's a pickup truck race.
All right, pickup truck versus a car.
Everybody's looking at pit road where
we'll see what's happening here.
combatants in the grocery getters. They are ready.
Oh, the GMC white truck is rolling down the pit road with its hood up.
For the winner of the minivan
with the Canada flag on it. It's still in contention, but it's got its hood up. Cooling it off, maybe?
I never know in King of the Hill sometimes.
So this guy went with the red.
Here we go.
Two-tone
And
as
this is a
well.
little bit of a two-tone as well on the inside.
What do we got on the inside
And
there?
pickup
Is that
truck on the
Infiniti as
outside.
well?
Creep into the line.
So Infiniti
Creep, creep, creep. Right there.
against, I believe that's a Dodge on the outside.
All right, getting set to go here. Last matchup before the two vans go at it.
We are getting close.
Not bad start for the pickup truck here. Pickup truck.
How about the truck?
Leading barely in, goes really high in
Is
turn
doing a
number one.
great job on the high side.
Good run by the truck on a turn number two. What's going on here? The truck out by 5 car lengths now into turn number 3 and extending high in turn number 3. Trying to stay off the wall. And will keep the lead out of turn number 4. And the truck will move on. Wow, that was surprising. I did not, I wasn't predicting that.
I think the truck just beat an Audi. I think that was an Audi
No
on
way.
the inside.
No way. That doesn't make any sense. Really?
Here's a couple guys who brought the grocery.
All right, here we go.
I've snuck the keys out of the wife's purse.
The two grocery getters
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
running
I
for
might just come back with $200.
what I think is $200. So that's a lot of groceries.
Yeah, it's a lady in one.
You would think. Pick your favorite right now, race fans. Which van's going to do it? Who do you got here, Kate?
The black.
Oh.
So it's going to be 2 out of 3 for
I'm gonna go with.
right now.
I'll go with the.
And the winner will go on.
The pretty red one on the inside.
Grocery monies.
Okay. I'm going to go
Who's got the talent country
with a
on
hunch,
the
and I'll take the
inside?
outside.
Oh.
Who's cheering for the
Oh, it's 2 out
Honda
of 3
on
for the
outside?
2 out of 3 we're hearing.
Who wants to see the minivan?
So 2 out of
chase the
3
paint?
for $200. Van, what they say? Vano versus Vano. Instead of mono versus mono, it's Vano versus Vano. And the my pick wants to get going.
Yeah, make sure you play the drive.
And here comes the safety crew member, giving him a little bit of a chirp.
You know she's blaming her husband right now.
All right, 2 out of 3 for $200.
For $200.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Kate's pick got a good start. Yeah, I think my pick's just going for a little tour.
Country might have done this before.
Just a little tour.
I only picked the red one because every time Lane, my daughter who's 3, sees a vehicle, she goes, "I want a red one."
Okay.
I don't know why. She just likes red.
If it's going to help enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to be the battle that we maybe were hoping for. So checkered flag for lake number 1 to Kate's pick, the red van. And here comes mine. Just cruising on through.
You don't have to have the hazards on, though.
All right. I guess we're doing, you said 2 out of 3, is that right? Yeah, here we go.
I think it's going to be 2
So
out of 3.
they're going to switch lanes here. I'm not sure that's going to make a difference. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, whoever's in the red one's having fun. Warming up the tires.
Push the gas pedal down just a little bit harder. Because
all right, switching lanes here for lake number 2.
Go for it.
The red van leads 1-0.
Full throttle. Just go full throttle.
If the red van takes this round, it's over. The black van takes this round, we go again.
You can rent a different minivan
Okay.
to get the kids to school on Monday.
Let's
if you
check it
want
out. All right, to Scott Mackey, the flag stand. Red light condition off, green, here we go. Come on, buddy, give him a run. Come on, get in there, hazards are on.
Give it a better go.
Oh, come
It seems like
on.
that Honda really wants to push on exit.
Yep. $200. That's not a lot of groceries if you think about it, though. Right?
Not with the inflation we've seen, but I mean,
still $200 is $200.
$200 is $200.
They probably didn't think that they were coming here, pay admission to get in, and then leaving with $200 because they just left with $200. The red van wins the van matchup here in King of the Hill, and wins a donated $200. So congratulations. Are we gonna? We might even be. Oh no, we're not gonna hear from the driver.
Still got the shot to win the trophy.
Well, I haven't seen these
the
two.
van will keep going.
I haven't seen these two yet, though. So have you? No, this is still round 1.
Oh, maybe they didn't put them to the end.
This is the last round of
This is the last round.
Yeah, this is the last pair for round number 1.
I think because they had the van set up as the last round, and then remember we saw a few vehicles join.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few vehicles joined off camera. All right, this is the final pairing for round 1. Okay.
The black truck on the outside is definitely a Raptor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
So we got the Raptor and the pipped down caddy.
You know, we're both right.
And then there's a caddy on the inside.
That was a fantastic guess. And what? A caddy?
Yep.
All right. Cadillac versus the Raptor. Final pairing, round 1. Here we go.
Donut down the side of the caddy, just because.
That's Justin DeMello on the outside there. He's run some laps here.
Got that thing too.
All right, here we go. Down the back. That Raptor looks good. That Raptor is fast, Kate. Cadillac closing in under braking. Oh, Cadillac is right there. Raptor out of turn number 4. Cadillac right in its windscreen, and the Raptor will win it. That truck looks good.
In the pickup truck going on to
hey, you know what? Round. I'm going to pick the Raptor to win it all.
So we're on to round 2.
Well, we're hearing, you might recognize this name, Justin DeMello behind the wheel of that Raptor truck.
That makes sense.
Former open wheel modified racer here and racing team owner. I'm going to pick the Raptor. Do you have a pick after round 1 for the whole thing?
So on to round 2.
Pick one. I'm taking the Raptor.
Looks like an Infinity on the outside.
All right, round number 2 kicking off here. We'll wait for Kate's pick. It's coming. She's having a
I'm
look.
going to take the other pickup truck. Not the white one, but the
gray one?
The gray one.
Okay.
Another one.
All right.
I don't know. Pickup trucks have been fast tonight.
Okay. All right. Great pickup truck for Kate and the Raptor for me. That's our picks to win it all.
I was debating between the pickup truck and the grocery getter, so.
Okay. Here we go. Round number 2. Good start on the outside. Oh, and closing in. Here we go on the outside. Look out here. Look out here. Down the back they go. Silver Bullet on the outside. Gets the lead. Oh, he's going really high. Look out here. Oh, great camera shot here. Look at that. Right in your front living room. And out of turn number 4. Great move on the outside in turn 2. Grabs the win on to round number 2. That was impressive.
Wasn't giving up after the start.
Maybe that looked like it was the plan. It did. It looked like he went into the turn 1 slow and let the other car go ahead and then immediately moved to the high side. It looked like it was maybe a plan.
Either way, it worked, and he's on to the next round.
Replay. Oh, this is turns 3 and 4.
Washing way up the track.
Great replay on Rogers. I'm watching that right now.
Was getting real close to the wall. Somehow kept it off the wall and was able to take the win. And so far his car in one piece, but we'll see what happens when he gets back out on the track again.
All right. We got a Civic on the outside.
Subaru on the inside.
And Subaru on the inside. All right. Lights off. Green. Civic and Subaru. Dead heat. into turn 1. Advantage Subaru for lane preference.
Side into turn 1.
Civic fighting back on the outside, up the hill in turn 2, down and back. They're going to drag race down the back. Civic on the outside, gaining momentum here. Needs to get out front. Subaru to the inside, into turn 3 they go. Side by side, round 2 matchup. Subaru inside, Civic outside. Civic back at the line. It's going to be the Subaru by a nose. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a great finish. Great run, corner exit for the Civic on a turn 4, Kate.
I was waiting for them to touch.
I know.
They were getting so close. Both were real racy.
But the Civic,
here's it at the line.
Bodywork on the left side of that car.
Oh, look at this work by our crew. Subaru by
just the nose.
Yeah, maybe a couple feet, 1 to 2 feet at the line. Wow. Great camera work there. Love it. All right, we got the Mustang. We're in round 2.
Against the Mustang. Old school Mustang.
Oh, doing a little burnout there. I'll get those kids away from the fencing. There they go.
Wants to do a second burnout.
All right. So we're in round 2 here. King of the Hill at Delaware Speedway.
Who thinks the Mustang?
And we still have 4 more pairs in round 2, just to keep it track. Good start on the inside. See what the Mustang has here. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, does a quick high and then low for the Mustang move. That speed favoring the lead car right now on the outside. Into turn 3 they go. Trying to get a spot in round number 3. Mustang goes a little high in turn 4, and the Mustang's going to be eliminated here in round number 2 by the Audi. Right?
Yep. And
I think I had that right. So the Audi's through. And the Mustang's gone.
Or does it depend on where you're from?
Well, the hood's back down, so.
The hood's back down. It's cooled off. She's ready to rock here.
For this one.
Who's up to it, though?
Yeah.
So we got the white GMC in round number 2. And we're going to watch. The downforce is going to be going here. Warming up the tires. Arms, left arms out the window.
You won't get that.
Could help with the turning.
Maybe.
We'll see.
If I was a truck, I would have just
All right.
my way down to the inside there.
Round number 2 matchup here.
Thinking about it. What are they going to do? Tell the truck he's got to go on the outside?
All right. Oh, is he switched him?
Go more outside.
Oh, he wants
I think
more
he just
outside.
wants him further outside.
All right, further outside. Here we go. Now they're nicely spread out.
It's looking stylish this year.
Red flag status on the speedway. Safety crew member exiting. Lights are off. And green. Good start by the truck. Oh, that was short-lived. That was a very short-lived.
Thought he was going to turn him into one. He really wants an inside line.
Good lead. About 7 car lengths already out of turn number 2. Down the back and stretching. This should be an easy win here. And the GMC truck, unless something dramatic happens, is going to be eliminated. And into round 3, right there. And the GMC truck, she gone.
Yeah, the truck really didn't stand a chance off the start there.
No. Next matchup is turn signal. Oh, I thought it was.
This next matchup, remember that green machine.
And the green machine, yeah.
Loud sound, but a very
I thought I saw the
car.
No, maybe it wasn't the turn signal car. All right. This is second round matchup, I think. Looking down at pit road, we have 2 more pairs to go in round 2.
As we pair them down.
All right. Green machine will go to the high side. Right along the wall, too.
That guy wants the optimal entrance into turn 1.
Creeping to the line, and that's it. And creeping to the line, and right there. Okay. All set to go here.
Green set to fly.
We're no lights on the speedway. Looking for green here. From Scotty to Flagstaff. There it is.
Pretty even start. There's the green vehicles. Ooh, they almost touched.
Oh my goodness, what was that? What was that? Green machine back on the outside.
You saw what happened
almost to the door by the turn, looking for a crossover here. Looking for a crossover here. Looking for a crossover here. And there's the crossover. And he's going to take it. And into round number 3.
Wow. First they almost touched. Then there's a comeback for the win. That was the perfect King of the Hill race.
Look at this. Close quarters here in turn 1, folks. Look out here. They almost touched side mirrors in turn number 1. Wow.
I thought those back tires were going to
let this roll? I think they're going to let this roll here. They're going to let this roll. The people in the truck, thank you so much. On the high side, a quick break. You see that, Kate? Quick break to the inside. The lead car kind of washed up the track, heavy leaning on the right front tire. Got to the inside, and the rest is history. That's a great finish.
Yeah, it's kind of like that other opening of the door we saw in the late model race. Doors opened in turn 4, and the winner changes.
All right, it's the Golf on the inside and Kate's pick on the outside. Here we go.
Just a slight wheelbase difference in these two.
Just a bit. Just a bit. All right, Kate's pick on the outside here versus the Golf. You're in tough here, Kate.
I think I am too, but the pickup truck drivers are doing a good job tonight.
They are. And not a bad start. Here comes the Golf.
No, but there goes the Golf.
Yep.
Farfanugan with the horsepower.
Bye, Golf.
Taking the early lead.
Yep. And what do we got down the back? We got the Golf taking off.
Oh yeah, the Golf is gone.
That could be a favorite tonight. And the truck washed up the track a little bit. Golf's going to go ahead to round number 3. And Kate's pick?
Gone.
She gone. She gone. All right. Last matchup, round number 2. Is with the van and my pick? Wow, I'll call this race right now. I'll call it right now before they even. They're half a track away from the start-finish line, and I'm through to the round 3. There's no way.
What if the minivan takes it?
If the minivan takes it, I'm going to take my headsets off, and you're finishing the broadcast.
Yeah, I don't.
How's that?
I think with Justin behind the wheel, Justin DeMello.
Yeah.
I think he could basically take almost any car on pit lane here.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, this is.
He's just a great driver.
This is not going to look. This is not going to be pretty.
If this van gives him a go, I'll be impressed.
I will be too. I'll admit that. All right, lights off. And green.
And they're off.
Yeah. All right. So who am I going up against in round 3?
It looks like the green machine. Or no.
It's
because the Golf will pull up there.
It's going to be the Golf. Oh, that's the final I wanted to see.
You realize, though, the minivan guy is still getting more money than
Justin
the guy
DeMello,
in the Raptor, no matter what
former
happens
open wheel modified racer behind the wheel of the Raptor.
Bonus early on.
And going to head to round number 3 and a date with the Golf. Oh, maybe not. No, the Golf paired up with the green machine.
He'll get the winner of the first.
Yeah, so looking at the amount of cars, Kate, that match we just saw was actually the first quarterfinal because there's only 8 cars left. So that was quarterfinal number 1. Now here comes quarterfinal number 2.
Can you put a turbo
Silver
on
Bullet on the outside. And what was that car on the inside again, Kate?
Is that the Subaru?
Yes, it is the Subaru. This might be a good one here. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Heavy on the brakes. Heavy on the brakes.
Have 4 car seats or just have the capacity to carry 4. I'd let you take the seats out.
This is going to be a good one here.
King of the Hill, though. So I believe the Infinity, if I'm not mistaken, back on the high side.
Okay. This is looking at the amount of cars left. Yeah, this is quarterfinal number 2. All right, green. Even start here.
And they're running.
This might be interesting.
Camber on the outside.
I think the Subaru will take this one.
Watch, remember this is the silver bullet that went high on the outside, isn't it?
Yes.
We know that car on the inside, Ricky Bobby's crew.
Or was it the next card? That might be the next card. It's the next one.
I still thought the Subaru, just from a handling perspective.
Silver bullet in hard, washes up the track. And we'll keep it off the wall, thank goodness, and Subaru will advance
Give a round of applause for trying to get all they could at the Camry.
to the semifinals.
Your truck's going to go up against that Subaru.
No problem. No problem. All right, this is the silver car just off your screen, right? That went on that took the high road, I believe, Kate.
The Camry's going to get his money's worth. Going to get a bonus lap in.
Okay.
He was not following the GPS.
This is the quarterfinal number 3.
He's out of here.
Doesn't even want to stay in the infield.
Yep, that car took an extra victory lap and left the track in turn number 2. Remember that story way back in the day where somebody, I believe, stole a vehicle, brought it to King of the Hill, raced it, and then took off.
Yeah, I believe they parked it over though in turn 3 and then went that way.
Okay, we're off.
Through the field.
I think this might be the gray car that loves the outside here.
The good news is if we put a donut in the Infinity,
this might be a good one. Down the back they go.
Right out.
This is the final quarterfinal.
Send it, Audi. Send it. He sent it.
And into turn 3, they're still close here. Right out of turn 4, coming to the outside. It's not going to be enough. And the silver car is gone.
A pretty good race here.
Oh, here we go. Golf and the green machine.
The Audi will park it.
Here we go.
I think this will be a good matchup.
I think so.
And the combos are becoming ever clearer here.
Okay.
So this will be the last of our
So here we go now. We're going to be... Yeah, so this is going to be officially now the last quarterfinal. So there's 3 vehicles waiting, and the winner of this one will complete the semifinal pairings.
Semifinal
it's Golf
one
versus the Green Machine. And they're slowly making their way around here,
against the winner of this one.
coming around to the start-finish line. And the starter, Scott Mackey, doesn't look impressed.
The new for last year, the SUV.
He had his arms crossed. Okay, guys, let's go.
Off the right front tire.
Golf on the inside, Green Machine on the outside. Winner to semifinal number 2. We could still see Raptor versus Golf.
Quarterfinal action to see who gets to race.
Or we'll see Subaru versus
Golf. Yeah. Here we go. Lights off. Winner to semifinal 2, and the Golf is gone right off the line.
Wow.
Was it you that said this is going to be a good one?
I thought it would be closer.
I think we both did.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, here the Green Machine trying to fight back, but the Golf's got too much speed. Too much speed down the straightaway. Green Machine trying to send it into the corner here. Out of turn number 4, and the Golf will advance to semifinal number 2. And the Green Machine, she gone.
So semifinal number 1 coming up next.
Here we go, Subaru and the Raptor. And the Raptor's got the inside.
Interesting.
They're going to fly by the other 2 cars. I love it.
Late model racer here at Delaware Speedway.
All right. Coming around to take their starting positions. It'll be Subaru on the inside. Raptor wants the inside here. What's going on?
The truck was supposed to be on the inside lane.
Subaru's had the inside every time.
Raptor on the outside here. They're really tight. What's the safety crew going to say here? Having a chat.
She's trying to trade with them.
Oh, they are going to trade. Raptor's going to get the inside here. Kate.
Rightly so.
It's going to be good.
Uh-oh. The hood's up in the Volkswagen.
Okay, here we go. Semifinal number 1.
You can't
and the hood's up on the Golf. cooling it off. We saw that earlier with the white GMC truck. And we're off and running here. Raptor versus Subaru. Subaru. Whoa, what happened? It's still green. We're still green. What's going on?
I think they both jumped.
And we're still green on the racetrack here. And the Raptor
I don't know, unless something
and the Subaru just is done. And now track officials are talking this over here.
I have no idea.
Checkered flag is waved. What's going on here? The Subaru very slow in the back. Maybe the Subaru thought they both jumped.
We used to have a truck out here that was dominant. Dave Mathers.
I'm not quite sure. Well,
you can read his motion.
It looks like he is still under power.
Gets that out. You can check it out
wow,
on Facebook.
I'm not sure what happened there, but the Raptors into the finals.
Out here that was lickety split, won a number of King of
Interesting.
the Hills.
Very interesting.
Okay, the hood on the Golf is back down.
And Buddy of the Subaru might need a
This is going to be a good matchup here. Semi-final 2 is going to be a good one, Kate.
You got the Volkswagen.
Okay, so what's happening
Subaru
here?
and the truck are talking.
Oh, that's it. Subaru said, "Yep, you got me. I had no chance."
Oh, he's putting up the hood on his Subaru.
Okay, semi-final number 2. Sorzi's pick to the final. Did we say that yet?
Not only that, the hood's up on
Okay.
the Subaru.
Here we go.
So you've had
he's out anyways, don't matter.
The Phoenix
they still have to get home.
on the inside and Golf on the outside.
It's still, how long is it again? 10,
Semi-final
20
number 2 on your screen.
from here?
This might be a good one here. That's the Golf revving things up on the bottom of your screen. Watch this takeoff. Yeah. I can't. I don't know how you
think your
beat that.
truck might be in trouble.
I don't know how you beat that.
Yeah, I think the truck might be in trouble.
Like, look at this. Look at the straightaway speed.
Volkswagen bringing some heat down the backstretch. Infinity.
Like, if I'm the Raptor right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna put this Golf on the wall.
It looks like it's going to be the
I'm gonna win.
Volkswagen going to the final.
I don't think either of them want to deal with the repercussions of doing that.
Well, I still put him in the wall. How else are you gonna beat him? He gets off the line like a jet, Kate.
So
maybe he has to start 3 car lengths back.
Right around in the front stretch.
Like, I'm not sure.
And he will be racing with the pickup truck here in the final.
Here we go. Raptor versus Golf.
2 out of 3.
And I'm not sure I got a chance here. Like, I don't know. They're gonna do 2 out of 3, so they'll each get a shot on the inside lane.
Same as we did with the minivans.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how you beat the Golf off the line. Unless you perfectly time this.
So real quick, we'll take the audience fan poll. Who's got the Volkswagen?
Like,
here
seriously,
tonight?
you got to really time this, Kate, to beat the Golf off the line.
Who's cheering for the pickup
Like, it's going to be a good one off the line. We'll see.
And
But-
you know what? Fan cheering, I think that's pretty even too. They're both
Okay.
cheering
Okay.
for both.
Raptor inside, the Golf on the outside. Here we go. The Raptor needs a good jump here. Green. If the truck can keep the Golf to the outside.
So my buddy Landscaper Chad says pickup truck all the way. We'll see
The cornering's one thing, but watch this. Watch this.
Just got a little too much
The
jam
Golf.
under the hood.
Well, the Raptors kind of staying a little bit with the Golf here.
Yeah, like you don't even see a tire spin when he takes off like that.
No, not on the first go round.
And leg number 1 to the Golf.
Bring him back and line him up again.
I think your truck's in trouble.
Yeah, that's the closest win the Golf's had all night, though. But it still was 8 lengths.
He's really got to get the whole shot. Get it like a maybe almost.
Yeah, but here's the problem. That race, Kate, the truck had the inside.
Yeah.
Now we're in trouble. They're having a chat.
Or just door slam the Volkswagen and wreck him right off the hop.
That's it, see? And we heard Jimmy Mosley in the background say the same thing I did. Put him in the wall.
Now your insurance company
That's it.
will tell you.
Put him in the wall.
FCA, I'm sure you can get the car.
What's on the line here? What are they racing for anyway? We don't even know.
A trophy?
Could be a trophy or
There is a
$100.
trophy down there. I do know that.
Is it prestigious enough that you'd put him in the wall? Probably not.
Probably not.
Well, you say that. It's fun for one person.
We're going to hear from our winner eventually. That's still to come in our post-race wrap-up here from Delaware Speedway.
Technically.
Here we go. Leg number 2. If Golf wins it, it's over. Like, what an amazing...
You get a cut across pit road.
Oh, what's the Raptor got here? No. It's over already. It's over already. That truck picks up speed though, man. That truck flies down the back too.
Yep.
Coming around turns 3 and 4. First King of the Hill of the year goes to the Golf. That'll do it. We're going to send it down trackside. Here, I believe they're going to speak to one, maybe 2 drivers. And they're the congratulatory pass by from the Raptor. Don't forget, next week we're back on the air from Delaware Speedway 7:30 for stock night, bone stock, V8 stock, and super stock. Jeremy will be up here with the late model driver Gary Adrianson calling the action for you. No, they're going to talk, just going to be the Golf coming up here, and they're going to talk with the winner here.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner of the first King of the Hill at Delaware Speedway 2024 is the Volkswagen Golf.
You didn't get $200 like the minivan.
Here you see Kyle, our cameraman.
He's got a trophy.
Let's send it down the trackside to Jordan Maudsley.
From our winner down in Pennzoil,
Victory Lane. Here's our King of the Hill, Victor. What's your name? Where are you from, bud?
Brandon from Windsor.
Have you ever done this before?
I've actually won 4 or 5 times, yeah.
We were wondering when you had the hood up there, were you just cooling it down or was something?
Yeah, I just put a new turbo on it about a week ago, and it's a little hot right now.
There you go. Brings home the King of the Hill down here in Victory Lane.
That's your winner, the driver of the Volkswagen Golf from Windsor. We'll be back to wrap things up right after the break. It is Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box. Get your local sports fix with Going for Two, a show focused on sports and athletes from London and the surrounding area.
I was so impressed with the evolution of the fan bases, the uniforms, the play calling, the overall play from the players. I couldn't believe that was the same league that we played in when we were younger.
Going for Two, Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen, Chevrolet, Chris and Kate, top of the tower. Final thoughts now. Let's start down trackside with Jeremy.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, a great night here for racing here at Delaware Speedway. The late model ran great, as well as the super stocks, and I'll be excited to be up in the booth there next Friday night, of course. But overall here, a fantastic night at the Speedway. Great racing here just in the second weekend of us being here for Rogers TV, and I'll just send it back upstairs up in the booth, guys.
All right, Kate, Jeremy debuting as a track reporter here in Rogers TV did a pretty good job.
Did a great job.
All right, let's go to race results. Super stocks, Carson Nagy takes the feature tonight, followed by Culver and Zardo in your podium finishers. Ferreira, Thompson, Collison, McCullough Fenwick Jr., Dyson, and Orr. Very good super stock race. Your quick thoughts on that race?
It was a great race. We watched Leighton Zardo do a great job staying out front. Just didn't have enough for Carson Nagy or Trevor Culver.
To the late model feature race, Ray Morneau wins it. Went into turn 3 in third. Comes out turn 4 in first. Collision with the front two runners. Robley grabs second. Hooker in third. Schrank in fourth. Kennedy rounds out the top 5. Your thoughts on the late model feature?
Well, never count yourself out because you never know where it's going to finish. Ray went in, like you said, in third, came out number 1. So you always got to sit back kind of and watch those guys beat each other up if they need be.
Absolutely. DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information. We'll be back here next Friday, 7:30 on the air at Stock Night with the Bone Stocks, the V8 Stocks, and the Super Stocks here. For Kate, Jeremy, I'm Chris. Thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next Friday. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Good night.
Back in control of this match.
And you know, Miley being the first women's champion here, as we mentioned, it's not so much winning the championship. Yes, you climb the mountain. Now you got to stay on top with everybody looking up at you, looking to knock you down.
That's exactly it.
Rolls through looking for an arm bar here, but Nikita able to grasp the hand here and block for a moment.
Absolutely, and to your point,
pin.
Just the 2, and to your point, it's great that you're the first champion, but like you mentioned, the work begins now because you don't want to imagine being the first ever championship and then immediately losing it. The pressure doesn't stop after that huge tournament, after that huge title win. It continues and continues and continues. You want to have a long reign. You want to be a dominant champion. And the only way to do that is to gain wins, gain victories.
That's why Miley working on the arm right now. And another thing, it only takes 3 seconds to lose that championship. Remember that, too.
Very true.
Crowd support here from the fans in St. Thomas. We thank you for joining us for Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Find us on social media, website. You can find where we're going to be and when we're going to be in your area.
Make sure you visit hammerlockpurewrestling.com.
Face full of turnbuckle for the muscle Barbie, Nikita.
Nikita not really finding her footing in this match quite yet. Miley firmly in control.
If she can weather the storm early here, you got to believe that she's going to start taking Miley a little more seriously, though.
Absolutely.
Rather than rolling her eyes and everything we saw out of the
early moments.
Sweeping the legs now. Miley, face into the mat, and a shot to the face on the outside as well as Miley's hung up on that second rope.
Nikita might be realizing what I mentioned and getting a little desperate, using the ring to her advantage. A huge big boot for Miley.
Can't help but stop and give our fans the business there for a moment, too. Stomps now to the midsection of Miley and into the head as well. Oh, is it time for another selfie? Did she just pick up that phone? And
I believe she did.
Is the phone going to be used as a legal object here?
Now, I'll have to check the Hammerlock rulebook, but I do believe phones would count as a foreign object, depending how used.
Oh, here we go. The phone is out. Are we going live on Instagram right now with Or just maybe a video for later here of the punishment that Nikita is looking to enforce here on Miley, our champion. Miley in trouble here.
Nikita may be getting a little ahead of herself, something to remember her title victory by, taking a quick video. But there's still a long way to go in this match.
Huge chop. Miley felt that one. Referee Matt McCausland going to have to keep an eye on that phone. The iPhone could be a weapon at some point in this matchup.
Absolutely.
Bulldog right across the ring. And into the pin. 1, 2.
Just 2.
That's how scary it is. 1 second away from losing the women's championship here already.
One more second and Miley's hard work would have just been null and void.
Great athleticism from Nikita there. Flipping over into an elbow pinning combination once again.
A lot less oomph out of that kick out from Miley. Nikita wearing her down.
That's a great point. Once you're kicking out at 2, and then it's 2.5, and then you're getting closer to that 3 count.
2 3/4, 2 9/9. All of a sudden, boom, you have been pinned for 3.
Gonna launch. Oh, barely. Just got the face in there at the last moment, and now, backbreaker. Right back into that corner with the force she wanted this time.
Nikita seeing that coming a mile away, and a spear for Miley.
Hung up in the corner.
Just using
back against the ropes.
Just using all of her weight to thrust Miley into that corner, knocking the wind out of her in the process.
And Nikita now up over the top rope, and
Nikita needs to be careful. Referee Matt McCausland letting her know you need to break that before 5.
She got to just about 4 seconds there, but Nikita doing some damage. And now bowing. The Muscle Barbie, Nikita bowing to the crowd here in St. Thomas.
Nikita quite proud of her for that modified tarantula-like maneuver. Shades of the Japanese buzzsaw.
One on each corner here around the world, and huge backdrop now into the pin, center of the ring.
Only 2 for Nikita. Miley still having fight left in her. Kicking out with both arms.
Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Championship on the line.
At this point in the match, you start to see what those stakes really mean to these women.
Forearms there, almost went with a closed fist. Again, that will get you disqualified here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Exactly. Miley with some innovative offense, taking out the knee and then elbowing her in the side.
Too close to the ropes, though. Nikita quickly grabbing that bottom rope and keeping her title hopes alive. Reversal. Perfectly executed. Bridges into the pin. And a 2 count only. Nikita pulling out all the stops here as we get deeper into this match.
Absolutely. Frustration starting to show on the face of the Muscle Barbie. Maybe wondering what she has to do to take that title away from Miley.
Double clothesline. Both women with the same idea and drop down in the ring.
Huge collision. Both women down. Pivotal point in this moment, or in this match.
Who's going to get to their feet first to get the advantage? Are either of them going to get to their feet is the question as well.
That's a great point. If both women stay down for that 10 count, this match will be thrown out.
If you ever run into someone by accident there, you know it knocks you loopy and it's tough to get to your feet.
Both women making it up to their feet before 10. Nikita getting the upper hand, though.
And Nikita now charging into the corner. Miley out of the way. Right back in herself.
Miley almost with like a primal scream as she runs into that corner. Firing up.
She loves to smile, but can get dangerous when it counts.
That's a type of killer instinct that makes you the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Championship.
Monkey flip.
Huge monkey flip.
right into the center of the ring. Nikita landing perfectly and still able to kick out. No grabbing the ropes in that instance when you're right there in the center.
You could almost see desperation in Miley's face as she tries to follow up after that monkey flip. Sprinting over to Nikita for a 2.
And you can see as we get deeper into this match too, the toll it's taking on them. 619 catches her in the face. And Miley looking to follow that up.
Exactly. We might be in the 519, but a solid 619 from Miley.
Should we rename that? 519. Official decision. 519 from Miley. Crossbody, center of the ring. 1, 2.
Only 2. Nikita still with some fight left in her. Frustration from Miley now. Interesting.
Miley's going to have to deal with this if she wants to continue to be the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Champion. It's not going to be easy with the best of the best coming at you weekly. Blocked, and Miley
just wrestling Nikita down and looking for that Miley mutilation. Nikita able to get her foot to the rope. Have to imagine if she locks that in, it is over.
As soon as Nikita felt her one arm hook, she knew what was coming, scouted her opponent, got to that bottom rope.
That's the advantage you get from wrestling each other across Ontario.
This could be it.
Nikita,
that came out of nowhere from Nikita.
Exactly. That was like a side effect, almost knocking the wind out of Miley.
That left arm that Miley went to work on early on, you can see
Nikita favoring it a little bit there.
Maybe bothering her just a little bit. We'll see if Miley picks up on that.
Miley picking her
center
up.
Of the ring. Look out.
Power on display from Miley, dropping
straight
her
down. 1, 2.
Only 2. Miley have to wonder what's it going to take to retain my championship. In disbelief. Hard to blame her.
Blocked. Suplex. Blocked the other way. Knees into the midsection. Oh, straight down on the top of the head.
Huge
Nikita.
maneuver. Only
How
2.
did Miley kick out of that?
Miley digging deep. My goodness, dropped on the top of her head.
And now Nikita going right to work.
Trying to choke the life right out of Miley.
Our women's champion in trouble here.
Exactly. If Miley
in her first
passes
title
out,
defense.
Miley passes out or taps out, that's it.
Getting vertical.
Miley fighting her way back to her feet.
Nikita can almost taste that women's championship now. So close. And dropped just like that. The momentum.
Floating over, Miley mutilation. This could be it, folks.
Look at the arch in the back. And there it is. Nikita, no choice but to tap out.
No shame in tapping out there.
And you saw how quickly that changed. The momentum back and forth. This could have went either way.
Absolutely. Miley quickly getting the upper hand, dropping Nikita to the mat, floating over into that Miley mutilation, and that was all she wrote, folks.
You can see the muscle Barbie Nikita saying, I'll be back. She knows that she just made one quick mistake there.
Absolutely. There was a point in that match where that could have gone either way. Nothing to be ashamed of from Nikita. Very impressive first title defense from Miley.
Phone in hand. I wanted to make sure she had her phone, though.
Exactly. She's got some things to post when she gets to the back.
Miley, still the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Women's Champion. Title defense number 1. You can check that box. You're watching Hammerlock Pure Wrestling on Rogers TV. To stay up to date with all things Hammerlock, visit hammerlockpurewrestling.com.
This is a tag team attraction scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit.
Tag team action here with two of the top tag teams in all of Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
The stakes are high in this match, folks. A lot of history between these two teams.
Absolutely. And these two large men are known as the Drifters on their way to the ring here in St. Thomas.
The Drifters, all business. Stone-faced Isaiah Cross in the front with walking to the ring with purpose. Isaiah Cross recently going one-on-one with one of his opponents this evening. Bryce Hansen coming up a little short. He's got something to prove.
And these two men have been running roughshod really over the tag team division over the last few weeks here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Dominant.
Showing up for a payday, getting paid to hurt people. That's the Drifters' MO.
There are worse ways to make a living.
And now one of the most exciting tag teams, maybe the most, in all of Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. High Octane reuniting back together.
Much different mood coming to the ring. Excitement filling the Elgin County Railway Museum as High Octane makes their way to the ring. Bryce Hansen, Chili Brown bringing the excitement with them.
There is something electric about High Octane, both individually, together.
It's all in the name, electricity.
Not a lot can stop these two guys when they are on their game. But Wade Allen saying, yeah, I can. The noogie. We've seen that come into play in the past, too.
Classic move not used enough in pro wrestling.
Just a giant of a man, Isaiah Cross, too.
Isaiah Cross walking with purpose.
Now these two teams matched up recently in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. However, Chili Brown was not there, so Bryce Hansen had to find another tag team partner. Jesse Loon, who stepped in, did a great job. They did get the no disqualification win. However, the Drifters got the last laugh in that one.
Absolutely, the Drifters dominating the way that the Drifters do. Bryce Hansen coming back saying, I've got my tag partner, Chili Brown is here. Let's settle this once and for all.
Bryce Hansen also been on a tear in his singles run here, looking to work his way to the top and
absolutely
get the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Championship as well.
Bryce Hansen recently locking up with our champion, Rodney Matthews.
You see the force.
But I can't imagine after a hit like that, he's thinking about Rodney in the slightest.
The force that Bryce Hansen went down with, but the effort from Wade Allen was minimal. When you're a brick wall, you just basically have to stand there and let someone run into you.
Absolutely. We have brick houses in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, but there's a brick wall in the ring right now. Wade Allen almost taunting Hansen to hit him again.
And Hansen going over his game plan once again here. Third time, not a charm. He ducked that one.
Insecurity for Allen.
And quick tags here. Chili Brown in the ring. Don't blink, you might miss something with Chili Brown.
Absolutely. Chili Brown may be a little much for Allen after that enziguri, so in comes the big man, Isaiah Cross.
This really is a clash of styles here. The speed and the technicality of High Octane and the just brute force and just brawling ability.
Power, raw power of the Drifters.
Absolutely.
Power that the Drifters have not been afraid to throw around, running roughshod across Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Isaiah Cross not happy. And a quick slap to the face of Chili Brown there.
Isaiah Cross kind of in a league of his own.
Huge slap to the face there back.
Chili Brown not backing down in the slightest.
Huge shoulder block, and down goes Brown.
Brown running into a redwood there.
You see the, look at the height.
My goodness.
And Chili Brown, luckily, Isaiah Cross able to hold on to the ropes there. He had the picture-perfect drop kick ready to catch him in the chin.
That's unbelievable that Chili Brown cleared Isaiah Cross.
And Chili Brown, wow.
Able to take the big man down off his feet.
Back into his, and behind the big man, rolls him up. Although legs right on the rope. You know, when you're that tall, you're never too far away from the ropes.
Isaiah Cross just too big, didn't even have to go for the ropes.
Clothesline, some might say from hell there.
Knocking down Chili Brown. Thank God his boots are laced up or they'd be in the third row right about now.
And dragging Chili now away from his corner. Bryce Hanson not happy about that. You can see he just wants in the ring, but it's Wade Allen who makes his way in.
You can see the tag team proficiency from the Drifters there. Wade Allen tagging himself in. Knows exactly when to pick his moments.
Oh, a little extra force to spinning sidewalk slam there. And Chili able to get out of that one.
And just like that, a couple of power moves puts this match firmly in the corner of the Drifters. Not afraid to throw their weight around. Bringing High Octane down a couple of paces.
And grounding Chili Brown. You saw that what he can do with the hops.
Wade Allen
right across the ring.
Just tossing Chili Brown. Brown not able to get his momentum up. That's definitely the most dangerous thing in Chili Brown's arsenal, but Wade Allen not giving him a chance to use it.
And the straps are down now. If you're a fan of professional wrestling, you know that means business.
Business has just picked up.
Shot to the ribs and the core of Chili Brown. Big man into the corner, and down goes Brown once again.
I have to imagine that just took all of the wind out of Chili Brown.
The way Brown went down, he may have been out there for a quick moment.
Exactly. Wade Allen with a very cocky pin. Only getting the 2 count. Chili Brown desperately needs to get into his corner.
Quick shot, able to break the grip of Wade Allen. And now can't move the big man. Ducks the... Look out.
Oh! Picks him up, slams him down.
A pump handle slam there. Allen just crushing. That's got to be it. And Brown, maybe on instinct. The way his body moved there was almost like a fish out of water, just flopping out to get out of that pinfall.
Imagine taking a splash from a man the size of Wade Allen. I'm amazed he didn't go into shock.
Absolutely. That's a quick trip to the hospital usually. And Isaiah Cross back in now.
Isaiah Cross wants a piece of Chili Brown.
The 2 big men keeping themselves fresh in this match. The Drifters in control.
Bryce Hanson, though, in the other corner, just chomping at the bit to get in this match. Wants a piece of Isaiah Cross. Already has a pinfall victory over Cross. Hanson has to imagine that, that is the key to victory. If I can do it once, I can do it again.
Problem is, if you never get the tag in, you'll never get that opportunity. And Chili Brown in a world of hurt right now. Coming down from that high, not going to feel good.
Putting the emphasis on slam and scoop slam.
And dragging Brown once again away from his partner.
Chili Brown desperately fighting to make it to his own corner.
Able to squirm out, but caught once again.
And Cross just slamming him down.
Doesn't always have to be pretty from the Drifters.
Absolutely
Pick him
not.
up with the height and the weight. Pick him up, slam him down, get the job done. And Wade Allen taking advantage now with the referee's back turned. Cross much more than a 5 count, choking out Chili Brown on that second rope.
Exactly, the Drifters knowing the rules and knowing how to break them, purposely provoking the young lion. So we'll get the referee's attention.
Brown in trouble here. Got to find a way to get back to that corner. It seems so far away here, though.
Absolutely. Drifter's doing a phenomenal job cutting that ring in half, keeping Chili Brown away from his partner as much as possible.
You know, as much as they're all about just brawling, it's calculated. You can see with the way they're making their tags.
Oh, without question.
Oh!
Nothing calculated about that, though. Isaiah Cross falling through the ropes.
Right to the outside, and
could this be the opening Chili Brown needs? It is.
Bryce Hansen through the second rope.
Staggering the Drifters there.
And Wade Allen thrown back into the center of the ring, drop kick.
Bryce Hansen fired up, letting go of all that pent-up momentum from being in the corner.
Huge German suplex, the ring shaking. And the leg on the rope. Wade Allen able to figure out exactly where he was after being dropped on his head there.
Wade Allen knowing exactly where he needs to be in that ring.
Oh, no!
Wade Allen getting out of the way. Miscommunication by High Octane.
A very rare mistake between those two.
And Isaiah Cross ready to capitalize. My goodness.
And Brown rolling through and taking out Brown in the corner.
Huge cannonball from Wade Allen.
Did Chili Brown get enough of a breather on the outside is the question.